Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 349 of Fans of Power. I'm Joe Amato, and I'm here with my partners in crime, Tyler T-Rex Baker, Nasty Nate, Nathan Kennedy, and Rebecca McDonald, a.k.a. Newt. And, well, we're not really late, but if we were, it's because, well, we're still waiting on possibly
Joe
a
misses
guest.
Period.
Yeah, pretty much, but a guest that, you know.
Jenny, he's pregnant.
Yeah,
Jenny,
I might be calling you up for child support there, Jenny.
Go to Dollar Tree and get a first response kit, or they're probably called something. Do they even sell pregnancy tests
the
at Dollar
Plan B
Tree?
pill or something like that.
I
They
have
wouldn't
no
have that
idea.
at Dollar
I've
Tree.
never buy one at
I'm
the
thinking of
Dollar
like South
Tree.
Park.
Yeah.
but no, a guest who is
Joe
an
takes
artist.
like a whole gallon of Baby Be Gone or something like that. That was on South Park. That's what Kenny was trying to get his parents to take so he wouldn't have a little baby brother. Yeah.
But he's not here. I guess we're not important enough to remember, apparently. I don't know what the hell happened, but he's not here right now. So
He might
we'll
show
see.
up. We'll see if
He
it
might.
happens.
Yep, he might. Quickly, I'll read the chat, and then we can have an announcement. We have in the chat... Oh, let me scroll up. Yeah, it's been a while, so just hold on a second. Here we go.
Oh, hey, you're finally fucking doing it this week. That's cool.
Okay, yeah, MW3.
Hey, round of applause for Joe.
Yay!
Thank you. And what's weird is, though, I don't know how many people were talking before what I see, because wait, hold on, let me click live chat. I forgot. That'll help. And I should redo the whhole thing, because I was getting ready to start with MW3.
Oh,
All right.
God.
Grimbot, Fedmon, Papa Hud 69, MOTU Drew, Fishy to. Wait, what the fuck? It went backwards again. Casey Duncan, Rebel. Wait, what's. I was wondering you guys are laughing. I did tell her that. Shit, right out the window.
I mean, he is pretty old.
This bastard, Casey Duncan, Rebel.
She saw his balls. They went poof.
Rebel Wookie, Daniel Carnage, Jenny K. Love you, baby. Fedmon.
Oh wow, Joe, you said your girlfriend's name correctly. Good job.
I did. Hey, I screwed up and did the Q one time. Fedmon, David Clark, Zentron, Brian Brummagem. Say it, Nathan.
Johnny Cock.
All right. I think I said Casey Duncan, Papa Hud 69, Thompson Farm, Monkey Toys.
Who's Jimmer?
Yeah,
Oh,
I've never heard
Grimbot.
of them. They must be new.
Just floor it. Grimbot, MW3. Parik is here.
We have this in the chat. Weird intro was cut. That was quite the fast
I was
intro.
going to ask.
Did it?
Yeah,
I thought it played for everybody.
I thought
No,
was
it just
playing
showed
on-
the end.
It
I
always
was gonna
screws
say
off
the
on
same.
my end for whatever.
Really?
I'm used
Well,
to
here's
it.
the weird thing.
I watched the
Well,
whole
when
thing.
we do this here, when we're doing it right here, when I'm watching, it always cuts as we're doing it here. But on there, it
Really?
usually shows. Yeah, but as it showed up
On mine
here,
and Nathan's screen, it's played the whole thing.
Yeah,
it doesn't play the
for
whole
me.
thing for me. But as for here on YouTube, the only
Yeah.
thing that showed up was the end part where it came in with the legs and said "Fans of
You
Power."
know what? That makes sense because it was showing 0 the whole time for like the
Oh,
viewer
okay.
count, and now it's there. So
Maybe there's a countdown that we need to start it after it goes.
yeah, maybe I should have let that play longer. Sorry, everybody.
Okay. All right, no
Technical
problem.
difficulties.
You
Yeah.
get to see my awesome intro.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. All right, Parik, Chris Carter,
It's like, no,
all right,
people, oh god.
Dingalorian,
Dingo, I hope you wore your wife's fairy wings when you delivered your kid's money for his first tooth that he lost. So I hope there's photographic evidence of that.
And McDJ and Sobek. There, I think I got everybody. Missed anybody? I apologized. I apologized. Why I say it in the past tense? I just apologized. There. Holy piss. All right. Did I say Grim twice? All right. Piss off, Grim. All right.
Joe is probably the only one who probably tries to bless his own piss.
What?
Well, I
What?
mean, if you bless it, then it's pure and it makes it better to
And
drink.
he's like
right?
filling it with like water balloons and throwing it at vampires, you know.
You know that's supposed to work when you have like really chapped hands? They say pee on your hands.
Of course,
What?
Joe is too.
What?
I'd rather
like
just have
shit.
chapped hands.
Wait.
I'd rather just have chapped hands.
What?
This is Joe's survival guide.
There's
to
also
nature.
lotion.
Why? Yeah, there's lotion.
What? Listen.
Petroleum
That costs
jelly.
too much. I'll
Are
just
you
piss
that
on my
cheap?
hands. That's free.
I'm almost
What?
certain I read that somewhere because I was looking. I was like, "What can you do for dried hands?" Because I'll get lotion, and sometimes the
I'm sure it
lotions
was in
don't
the
have.
bathroom
Look
stall
it
at
up.
a truck stop.
So you have
Don't buy
dry
Dollar
hands.
Tree
hands.
lotion, Joe. I will send
what's
you
that?
some expensive fucking Victoria's
You
Secret
guys stop
lotion.
taking the bait. Just because he tells you he got to piss and shit in his hands doesn't mean you
Did I
guys got to
mention-
send him free
wait,
shit now.
And I'm extremely hungry.
I googled pee on hands if they're dry, and the first thing that came up is peeing on your hands makes them tough.
See, so then you don't get the chapped hands or something. I swear,
that makes them tough, though. It doesn't make them smooth.
Look,
Joe.
just see if it helps with chapped hands.
Hang on.
I'm almost certain I read that. I know I'm not crazy.
Have you tried just like shea butter or something?
All right. Here we go.
Joe is shea butter.
Here we go. I'm gonna read this.
Okay.
Here's a question. I guess it's like a Q&A thing. I had
chat room.
No. I had problems with cracked, callous soles and toenail fungus. I had medicine, but it did not go very far. One of the items in the medicine was urea, U-R-E-A, urea. I don't know, which I believe is a byproduct of urine. I started soaking my feet in my own urine, and wow, it cleared up the calluses and thickened soles.
That's so
as
gross.
well as the toenail fungus. I thought you would want to know.
Is this Joe on Reddit?
But I don't do this.
And this came from someone named John. So Rebecca, I think you have to have a talk. Here's the answer to this. You are not the first person who has used urine to deal with skin and nail problems. Here are just a few of the many stories we have received over the years about urine therapy.
Stop being cavemen.
So you hear that, everyone? If your hands are dry like mine get in the wintertime, just pee on them.
But I don't pee on my hands. I just want to let you guys know that. But I just
it's not intentionally.
Hang on. I'll ask this, though. Because if you pee on your hands, right? You have to let that soak, so your hands going to smell like piss. So you don't wash your hands, because if you wash your hands, then you're drying your skin out again.
Right. You don't know how to go to the bathroom properly.
What the fuck? Just use lotion. Come on.
No, but like I said, I don't pee on my hands. But I was just letting you know that is.
Fucker, he had like a medicine for his feet, and he decided to put his feet in piss anyway.
Yeah. It's
He's
like,
it's one of Joe's
urea. This is a byproduct of piss. I'll just.
Why don't I just use a real thing?
Wow.
But no, I got lotions. Jenny got me some lotions and told me some good lotions to use.
Yeah, because she was tired of you smelling like piss. You're gross.
I want to know what kind of lotion she got you.
You'll have to ask her. She'll tell you what. What are you? I'm just.
I couldn't think of a better way to tell everyone out there listening that we actually have a decently huge announcement. I mean, how else do you follow up that Joe pisses on his hands to keep them silky smooth? Do you want me to say it, or does someone else want to say that?
Go ahead, do it.
No, Joe, you go ahead and do it.
Well, here is the big announcement.
The Big Toy Store has decided to sponsor this podcast. The check's in the mail.
There it is. All of us, we are all going to PowerCon this year. Yes, including me. We're all going to PowerCon. So who would have thought it? And we're going to have our own table. It'd be really fucking awesome. So hopefully all you guys listening and here live and watching us, if you go, you can finally meet us. Just don't touch me. But you can meet us, and that'll be amazing. So, yeah, we're going to PowerCon.
Yeah. So you got less than 7 months to save up the money and buy a ticket and go. And meet us.
Well, if anything, I'm assuming
please
maybe
come and
Johnny...
meet us so we don't feel terrible and be like, oh, there's nobody here to see us. So please come out. Please.
And John and Rebecca said they put the
on wild commercials. Please.
They'll foot the bill for the food. Yeah, they're gonna foot the bill for the food. That's what John and Rebecca said. So they'll be able to get me food and everything. So I don't have to worry about food.
Yeah, that was in his contract.
Yeah. Joe's like, I can't afford it. So we're like, we'll pay for you, Joe.
Yeah, so they're going to help. Yeah, and we appreciate it. And they are picking me up, so I really appreciate it. And because, I wasn't going to, but they said they would take care of some stuff. And I said, you don't have to. But, yeah, we're going to have our own booth.
MW3,
Yes, we will.
So I was thinking, I already talked with Tyler. We're going to take his 2000X collection, and we're going to sell it so he can have spending money. I think I'm going to take some 8x10s. So if you guys are feeling froggy and want us to, I don't know, sign something, that sounds weird to say. But, hey, free of charge. Free
of charge.
We'll
of course, if you did want to donate to me, if I had a bucket or something, you want to help me out with some money for food or anything, you can put it right there.
Of course, we'll have a bucket drive there for Joe.
Yeah, he ain't fucking around either.
Anything, $1.50, you can put quarters, change. I don't care. Anything you want.
John and Rebecca may decide, you know what, get your own fucking way home, and Joe's gonna have to take a bus, a cab, or commit certain acts of we'd rather not know what he's willing to do to get a ride home. Hanging out at truck stops.
Yeah, this is a man that pisses on his own.
Jenny,
hands.
it was just a means of getting him home. It meant nothing. I tell you, nothing.
But yeah, Columbus, Ohio, August 11th through 13th. ThePowerCon.com. I think there's a dash there between power and con. So go there. Our tickets are on sale now, right? Our tickets they're not up yet, right? Doesn't look like it.
So I guess you could say we're the first official guests of the next PowerCon.
I think so.
At least announced. Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, we have.
Actually, yeah.
I mean, Simple Tricks and Nonsense going to be there too.
I mean,
but
they were given anyway.
They're assholes, I hear.
Bunch of
as
damn
for autographs,
yeah,
the
they're
autographs
free
are all
Conan
free.
swords and shit.
Oh yeah, go ahead and show that off. Tom Brisky.
My Tom Brisky sent me this for Christmas.
God, that's bad.
Look at that. That is cool.
Does it flop when you swing it? Or, I mean, it's foam.
No, it's stiff enough for it.
It does.
Duncan
flop
licking
around.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, that's awesome.
Is that Sunny in the background?
I would love to hold that sideways. Yeah.
There is the pose. There you go.
Yeah.
I should do a video of me doing the whole
Rebecca will bring that with her, and Tyler will be there wearing a loincloth, nothing else, and he'll be doing Conan poses.
God.
I'll be doing a photo op at our table. Come by.
Yeah, Conan photo op with Tyler Baker.
Get a picture of me, and then I'll be dressed as He-Man on Saturday, and come on, get your picture taken with He-Man on Saturday.
Awesome.
Bring the kids.
You're making fun, but that'd be awesome.
Oh God, no!
Don't put any ideas in his head, please.
No, I've already told Rebecca I'm not comfortable dressing up. It's just gonna be as is. There's no costumes, nothing.
You're like I'm
that.
already He-Man. I don't need to dress up.
For fuck's sake!
I'm He-Man. Like I'm trying to blend in with society. It's if I had the cosmic key. I landed on Earth, and I go into a convention trying to find Skeletor. So. It's the unmade canon sequel, if you will. Just look at it that way.
There you go.
My God.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But
it'll be the first time all of us have met in person at mine and Nathan's first PowerCon, Joe's first PowerCon. So it'll be a first for a lot of us in many ways.
It's gonna be freaking amazing.
And I still have the mask on.
Like I'm trying to.
Yeah, we I imagine Joe won't be there in the paper mask. I think we're gonna have to.
No,
we're gonna have to do something for him, or he could just wear the thing that Rebecca.
Or just like a paper bag over his head.
Yeah, that would be good. Just a motto written on it.
Yeah.
No, I'll have a different style mask. By that time, I should have a luchador style mask with the design. So then I'll be all good, and I won't have to worry about this thing accidentally popping off by accident.
Johnny Cox says, "Can we drop drumsticks or chicken wings into the bucket?"
You think I'm lying? Give me food.
Bring
gift cards.
Popeyes gift cards, or just bring Popeyes.
Popeyes gift cards.
I'm sure there's
anything.
one in Columbus near the hotel where this.
Now the autographs for the pictures, those are free. You don't have to worry about that. But you can donate. I'm not ashamed to say I'd be happy to get a little money here and there to get some food. I would gladly accept that.
Joe has no shame. Food. We all know that. So.
No shame. Bring chocolate bars if you have Hershey's and whatchamacallits.
If you want to, if you guys want to bring some Dino Riders to gift to us, sure. I would gladly.
Well, how many did you buy, Nathan? Didn't you just buy a bunch off of eBay?
We didn't follow up on your.
I don't. Well,
and Joe's endeavor about getting you some Dino Riders.
We didn't follow up on it.
They're right here. I'm not gonna pick them all.
Just not focused. That's okay.
There we go.
Okay, Spider-Man joined the ranks of them, or is that next to him? Or
it's just other figures that I.
Other ones. Oh, I see. Yeah, they are small. I mean, they're really small. But no. As for the book, that one book, the storybook took forever to come. I got it. Admittedly, the art is not amazing, but it's still a fun story. But the coloring book came 5 days later. The person I think was out of town, so I finally got that to where now I can scan. And there are some cool images in that book. Really cool images. None's been colored in. There's trace paper where some people did tracing, but all of the images are untouched. So those would be cool to do.
Cool.
I had this here next to a shot glass. No, this is actually like a salt and pepper shaker, but there's a purpose for it.
Your profile picture. John.
What's the purpose?
You'll see eventually.
Is this something about your alcohol or something? Your addiction?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you'll see. By next week, you'll know why I have this.
Okay.
It's actually not that intriguing. But yes, come to PowerCon. Get an autograph. We'll take pictures with you. We'll do all that
Rebecca,
stuff.
what are you eating?
Almond Joy.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious coconut.
Oh God, coconut! I fucking hate coconut.
I'm more of a Mounds guy over on.
I like
I'm with you, Joe.
You good, Tyler? I fucking
hate coconut. Coconut cake, coconut candy. Ugh.
Good. There
all
we go.
of it.
Yeah. She's just enjoying this shit.
This is something that I wanted to bring up. It was in the chat. I feel like we should talk about it because I saw it pop up and I was like, ha! What are your thoughts on the Spectre Creative video? Master Universe dead in 2023. Did you guys see all this? Did you see the video?
No, I haven't heard of it, but anything he says is dog shit anyway. So
yeah, he put a video up that I guess he's like, all right, well, all the stores are getting rid of Origins and Masterverse. It's dead, and people are like, is it though? And I'm just like, it amused me quite a bit. So
yeah, there was quite of an eruption on that. Now, let's say it leaves stores. Let's say hypothetically it does leave stores. We already see that Mattel Creations has been doing online stuff for Origins. You know that's going to continue. And why would they sit there and have the whole Eternia play set back and thing? Then it's not released till 2024, only to say, fuck off, you're getting nothing no more. And then he kind of like, in a way, it was almost a backtrack of him saying, well, it's possible it could go online, but they need a good brand manager to do that. It's like, were you just trying to shit on whoever's the brand manager?
Did he really say
yeah,
that?
it was almost phrased exactly like that. Nathan could hear it too. That's what I mean. It's like, don't do the ego shit. You know, like if you're not working on the brand no more, you're not working on it. But don't wish the fucking line dead and the
so
brand
hard
manager.
to be relevant. And it's not enough for him that he's got legions of morons who are listening to his incoherent dribble every single week about all the shit he made up.
That reminds me too. I'll pull this up because I thought it was. This is from.
And while you're doing that, I just want to say, just that disrespect is what pissed me off. Yeah, it was just a disrespect. It's like, you know what? If you don't like the line, you don't like the fucking line. But don't like sit there and knock the other brand manager. And I guarantee Origins will continue online.
Yeah, that's our job, Scott.
Yeah.
Stick to your Mighty Spectre shit.
Here's a comment on last week's video, which thanks again to David Igo for popping in and joining us and letting us show off and talking about the process and what they have coming down the road. This comment came from Brian Davis. And you know what? Tyler replied to this too, but I'll read the responses. Brian Davis says, why does Spectre Creative get 12,000 views on a video about his speculative thoughts on a brand that he has nothing to do with anymore? Yet you all interview someone actively involved in the Master Universe brand, and you only have 380 some views. It's crazy. This relaxed setting interview proves the guru wrong, and that Mattel is actively expanding the property, yet a liar is getting views for lying about being important and connected. Sorry, rant over. This was an underappreciated show. Keep it up. So,
thank you, Brian.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So I told him, I was like, at various points, each of us would get frustrated by the view counts on the episodes. And I said, I can't speak for everyone else on the podcast, but for me, the show now is simply a way to kick back and catch up with my friends after a long, stressful work week. So the view count no longer bothers me as much. We'll never change the format or lengthen any attempt to get more views because I wanted to expand on that, but I didn't with the response to Brian. I'm like, all right, so if you look at like our videos, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, you see the Spectre Creative Master Universe dead, 11 minutes long. What?
The short videos usually get a lot more clicks anyways.
Is because people have
short attention span
that can be measured in nanoseconds.
Yeah.
And most people, like, we got to agree that the people that within the He-Man community, most of them do like just hearing about the new stuff all the time or any drama. And when it comes to stuff like when we're talking about the things from the past, a lot of people just tune out, So, I mean, that's their, prerogative.
Well, but we're in the minority when it comes to the old stuff anyway. When classics, that's why Scott has stayed relevant with those people, because these people come in when classics is happening. He's writing this bullshit story, and everyone's taking it as like, oh, wow, so this is what happened? Having no fucking clue that the guy's making shit up and putting it on the backs there because Mattel's like, they didn't care, so they let this guy create his own sandbox.
So let's talk about that, though, because you're talking about Mattel didn't care. and they just let him get away with that. And now it seems that they've kind of backtracked and reversed on it, where they almost care too much and they got like a tight grip on something.
I almost felt like they carried it on, because I felt like the things that he did, like the whole
his garbage is going into everything. It's going into the new cartoons and media.
It's spelled out everywhere, like the multiple He-Man, some of the other silly shit that he came up with.
Technovirus.
The Technovirus. I don't know. I haven't read any of the DC shit. I don't know. I feel like Rob David.
But it has infected, just like the Technovirus stuff has infected a lot of the stuff that's currently going on.
And that's what bothers me, is that Mattel did not care. That's why they let him. They gave him a budget to work with to get the figures out and the vehicles and all that stuff. So he got to come up with his own mythology, since there was no cartoon, no movie, no comic book series.
And everybody with a real fucking name. I hate all those real names.
Yeah,
was just
the real names, the Technovirus, all the Sword of He.
I don't even want to talk about that.
Killing off various characters and bios that made no fucking sense.
Overlords of Trala, all this shit. Couldn't stand none of that.
Yeah, his idea to come up with the unnamed one was just a fucking Tron, as opposed to a great.
Do you remember the hype of that, Tyler? Do you remember how that was hyped as being the great? You guys, you will not believe when this figure comes out. It's gonna be so amazing. We seen it, we're like, what? It's just like
he came off a lot of times like the kind of guys who would shove in a locker and close the door on, because his ideas were just that infuriating. And to lie to people that he did about finishing the Pre-Eternia story when he just made up his own shit.
There's no way that was going to be our story. No way.
You can't forget that doom and gloom of, hey, you better sub. It's gonna go away.
Pulling that shit of making everyone neurotic and scared that. If they don't, even though some guys bought multiple subs, I knew one guy who did buy multiple subs for fear of that.
Who was that guy on the board?
No. There was a couple of guys. There was one who bought several. There was a friend of mine who would buy them for me online, back when it was hard to get them. He bought multiple subscriptions, so I actually bought several figures from him to help him out. And I got some over here that I bought from him. But there was one guy.
Was it Yoda Freakmaster?
Yes, that was him. Yeah. That guy bought an insane amount of subscriptions to help keep the line going, because of Scott's bullshit of always hyping up the line was going to get canceled, and it's just and he would always keep the line going after the deadline, which would always infuriate me, and I don't know if it did other people. I always sat in silence because no one knew who I was, But
everybody got upset, Tyler.
I just get so
well, it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? Because and feel free to correct me if what I'm saying is totally untrue, but it is because of him that the Classics line exists, correct?
I mean, true. Yes, it is. But I mean, I didn't like the scare tactics. And what I don't like now is just not giving any faith or belief in any other brand manager or Mattel itself for doing something. If the line fails at retail, which it quite possibly could, that doesn't mean it still can't continue online. And that's what I don't like. It's almost, he says he doesn't wish any bad on the line. He'd like for it to continue. But when you listen to what he's saying, it sure doesn't sound like that. It sounds like quite opposite.
Well, I'll ask this: Do you think it's maybe a hint, kind of like a Vince McMahon syndrome, where he's pissed that it went on without him?
Many people believe that. Many people believe that's it. He's not doing the line. He's not involved.
Without him when Super 7 picked it up. So
true.
Yeah, but now you got a new line though that's kind of hot, with Origins, and they're trying something different with Masterverse, and not being a part of that, there could be some bitterness and jadedness out of that. But,
I'm sorry, but if I had to sit there and piss and moan about, I'm not, I don't like. Other than that Scott decided what characters were coming down the pipeline in what order, and coming up with one of the most mind-numbing. I mean, I don't know what's worse, that or Revelation. His bio is a revelation, or anything that Rob David's done. That's the lesser of two evils. But it's look, if you had to argue about anything, why would you want to be a part of the current shit that Mattel's got going on right now? Classics was as good as it will ever get. But that, to me, is because the Horseman did such an amazing job, and Mattel really didn't care too much about it. So I'm not willing to give Scott so much credit because it was so great. Because he also suggested forcing in a lot of stuff that we had to buy.
The sneaky part of the subscription, because he knew that those figures wouldn't sell unless you were, they figured, well, if you sub up, then you might get some garbage ones. Because if we just try to sell these monthly, some of these will not sell at all. Hence why a majority of those shit-tastic figures popped up over at Big Lots for $10. Yeah. Because we were told they sold out.
There
Remember
weren't
that
shit.
trailer?
Hey, there weren't a lot of shit-tastic characters in Big Lots. That's where I picked
No,
up. That's where my collection started, Joe.
There-
Bo, Mossman,
there was-
Leap, Cyclone. Like I bought a bunch of those from Big
Yeah,
Lots.
Cyclone and Mossman were two that I was actually really excited. Oh man, I can't. Tyler, you told me they were there, right?
Mhm.
And then I went.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit! I need
Yeah.
to pick
Thunder
up
Punch
Well, I
He-Man was
remember
there.
the other
Bo,
things.
Adora, Grizzlord, Leap.
Well, they had that
all those were
Molar gifts. The Molar gift
Oh.
sets were there like crazy.
See, shit like
Uh.
that's what I'm like, the kind of silly shit that, even though his defense was, oh, it didn't come out of the classics budget. This was a separate thing.
Well,
you know.
but wasn't that like a robot chicken thing too?
It was
Yeah,
a
it
robot
was.
chicken
It was.
thing. But so was
yeah.
like, but like throwing in
That's
Stan
kind
Lee.
of harmless. That's kind of harmless.
No,
Well,
it's
what
not
I
when you're
did
making
like-
it part of the story, just like making
Yeah.
Stan Lee part of He-Man.
Yeah, that I
But
like
which made
Stan
no
Lee, but the
fucking
thing I
sense.
didn't like is when they said they were all sold out, remember? And there was people that wanted to get them, and only to find out then, a couple years later, those sold out figures were at Big Lots. It's like,
Yeah.
it was bullshit.
That's
It's like, don't
bullshit.
do that. That's what got people upset. So, no, I hope
You're-
that the lines, even though I don't collect Masterverse, I hope that'll continue for people that enjoy
and
Origins.
that's
I
the
love
thing
it. I want it.
too. You know, like I want it. If people are liking it and consuming it enough, you know, and we all have our opinions on it. I'm not a fan of it myself, but it's like if it's there and can exist, to me, it's almost harmless. Just because, like, I don't even think about it anymore. When I go down a toy aisle, I'm not even like looking at that stuff anymore.
And we will,
I
like I
do, but
said,
I'm
we
like, I
will
start
find out
dry
though
heaving
soon
when I
enough.
see it.
If it sells well enough,
Huh.
then yes, it'll continue. But if those things do go away, it means they weren't selling that great.
I
But we'll
will
find
say
out.
online would probably be the best way to go about it. That way, the people that want it can get it, and it's not
Yep.
clogging up shelves anymore. But here's one from Johnny Cox. So I don't know if you guys know any of this, but he asked, was his departure from Mattel a resignation, layoffs, or did he get fired?
No clue.
No one
I have no-
knows. All we know is that when he bowed out, he said he was going to work for a company, and that way he could work, which was Jax at the time. That he was going to go work on a property that he
What
holds.
what was Jax putting out at this time? They weren't doing shit, were they? Because
I don't know. I felt like it was-
WWE had already gone to Mattel at this point.
Yeah,
right?
I'm pretty certain he ended up going to Jax, but it was like working on like I'm not probably not correct in this, but I thought it was like kind of like, you know, like chibi, like Star Wars nonsense or something like that. Like nothing of any kind of like significance. Not like
Is Jack
a
still
main
around?
toy line. I think they are, yeah, but I don't think they do anything of any like relevance. But we don't know if he was, you know, because they moved, you know, the line went on without him. I mean, when Super 7 picked it up, so I don't know if it's because, you know, well, we don't need you anymore, and he's like, well, if I can't do
Yeah.
him, I won't be here anymore. We don't.
Jax Pacific is still around.
Yeah, I thought they were.
What are they making? What are they making right now? Anything crazy?
Let's.
I mean, I guess worth noting, or I don't know.
I think all it shows on their Wikipedia is like stuff that they've done in their history.
Yeah.
So I don't.
I remember
know.
he showed up at San Diego Comic Cons like after he left and was there at his booth, and because you were
He had his
used
own
to
booth?
seeing him.
Really?
Well, when he
Really?
was there representing Jax.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wasn't there. Like, you know, they weren't like, "Hey, we got to get the brand manager who gave us the Fighting Foemen. Oh, we got to get that guy. We'll make him as like a big guest." You know, no, he
Mhm.
was there just representing the Jax booth, like he would be there representing Mattel for the Classics line. You know, dressed as Spector and.
This is what they do. They do Nintendo stuff now. The Nintendo figures, which look
Gotcha.
good. The Nintendo figures look nice.
Maybe he did that. I don't know, but I remember thinking like at the time, like, Jax, what the hell do they do? Because they were not a player with like, you know, wrestling or anything at the time. So I just thought, like, the guy's kidding himself. He's not working on He-Man anymore.
Yeah.
So it's
Mm.
like, well, he can go and force his own storylines on whatever Jax is selling and put Technovirus with their shit.
I would be interested. I think it'd be. Maybe I don't know if anything exists, but I think it would be cool if there was a documentary that was made that kind of takes all these people from the various companies around this time when pop culture started to really explode and like the adult collector market really started gaining steam. Because you look back 20 years ago, it's a totally different business than what it is now.
Yeah.
So I would like to hear from all of these people, talk about
That would be really cool.
subscription process. Talk about,
Sure.
losing.
I wish we would get that
WWE to
instead of like
Mattel.
the toys that made us kind of shit.
Yeah.
That would
Oh
be so
God,
better.
fuck that show.
That was so horrible, wasn't it?
It's
I
so
hated that
it's
shit.
so lame and
Was it
embarrassing.
James Etalk was on that, right? Didn't he pop up on there?
Yeah, he was on the
She's
Turtle
like,
one, I
except that
think, which
part.
Except
No,
the
it ain't knocking. It's just the fact that
just
everything
the
you
way
do
they.
revolves.
It
Well,
was.
it's as if like they think all nerds are all about nerd humor, and that is it. Like there's no other layers to being a nerd. It's naughty nerd humor. Oh, isn't that funny?
Exactly.
Like
God, I hated
it's
that
like
shit.
God, like we're all like that.
Yeah, when it was supposed to be goofy, it was so cringy. Oh my
And
god.
it's all bad. It just makes if you're into comics and collecting toys and movies and stuff like that, then you're a fucking weirdo. Which there are weirdos
Right? And that's
in
how
football. There's weirdo football fans, weirdo NASCAR fans. There's weirdo golf fans. There's weirdo
All
opera
NASCAR
fans.
fans are
everything.
weirdos.
Well,
man, come
I
on.
stand
That's
corrected
what
on
I
that
feel
one.
like.
But
I
there's
feel
weirdo fans at everything. But being a nerd, it ain't like you stand there and you're rubbing your fingers together and you sweat profusely and
it's still
I
making
like
fun of
dogs.
us. It's
Yeah.
like
Just-
media and stuff. I feel like watching the Willow series and all these things, like, let's cater to these nerds what we think, but let's still make the fuck fun of them because they're still fucking nerds.
Mhm,
Nobody's
mhm.
taking it seriously. It's still like,
Right.
let's gotta be a big fucking joke because that's all it is to us.
Mhm,
There you go.
mhm.
Simple trick.
Fucking
Big Bang Theory is what normies think nerd
Yes.
culture is.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
that. Exactly.
Which sucks actually because I told Tyler I'm like, let me watch the first couple episodes of the first season of Big Bang Theory. And I'm like, holy shit, completely different show. None of them had girlfriends. I'm like, I prefer them this way. Once they all started finding people,
Getting the relationships and yeah,
It becomes a by the numbers relationship show.
But
problems with relationships.
But I get what he's saying because that show it kind of did do a lot of harm when you think about it because that's when it came out sort of coincided with the rise of the adult collector and it being more socially acceptable, but they still take two steps back with it to make sure it's like, you fucking nerd. I don't know.
But they all kind of because I've watched some episodes, in recent years, and outside of like, well, it's on TV and that's really about it. I have no desire to revisit that show. Like it does nothing for me in terms of like, oh, there was that really good arc or that one really good episode. Like it does not hold up for me in that regard. Even though
it was just morbid curiosity on my side.
It's by far like it's definitely better than most of the horse shit that's on primetime television anyway. But it's just kind of it definitely doesn't. It does make it look like it's funny, and if anyone who's not into that stuff sees someone who collects comics, like, oh yeah, you're like the guys on there. That's cool. And
where's your turtleneck, man?
Yeah.
Do you know how to talk to girls? I don't know.
And they slap all those that silly shit on the back of their car. Here's my family as Star Wars characters, like shit like that. See, that's what makes Star Wars lame now when people have Star Wars stick families on the back of their car.
I just hate the stick family thing in general.
I do too.
Exactly.
But when you bring Star Wars into it,
is it?
Oh god, it makes it even more lame to like Star Wars now.
I don't like it because around some areas I'm at, it lets you know how many people are in your family if people are watching.
And Joe is like, you just make it easy.
Oh yeah, have you seen Dexter? Have any of you seen Dexter?
No.
No, Dexter?
No.
Yeah. What's that on?
You know the scene where
Showtime.
he looks the murderer, he looks at the car, and then he goes up to the little boy and he's like, "Oh, is your because it had the names on it too, not just the stick figures." And he's like,
"Oh no, shit!
Is your mother's name Sherry?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, she's in trouble. You need to come with me." And it's like,
see, not some crazy shit.
Hate those things.
What season was that?
Oh, I can't remember. It was the one with the hammer murderer.
See, I only made it to. I think I made it through season 3. It was right before what's her face.
John will know. He was upset.
It was right before.
That was one of the things he's made me watch that I like fell in love with.
Yeah, Dexter's girlfriend when she gets killed. That's where I had stopped.
That was it because he was the one. Sorry if you have not seen Dexter, but
I'm not going to watch it.
No, it's actually that first season.
No, I'm not opposed to. I'm just saying I don't have Showtime, and I'm not going to go buy it. So
I think it's.
Watch it. I've heard nothing but good things about it, but I'm just like I'm just not going to seek it out. I'm too lazy.
I was very disappointed by the last.
I heard a lot of people were.
Yeah.
A lot of people were.
It started out so good, and it was
season 4 is what you're talking about.
Is it worse than Game of Thrones in terms of ending?
I
didn't think so.
Probably. I've been. I think I'm like 5 episodes deep into Sopranos. I'm digging it. I like it.
I
Let's
heard people
get
didn't
deep
like the
into
ending
the
of that
art.
either.
Let's get
Joe's so
deep
done
into
with
these
Joe's so
hookers.
done.
What-
Such
what?
an awkward transition there, Joe. Thank you.
You may as well just twist on your hands.
Game of Thrones. Oh, let's change the subject, please.
I don't know. I don't know nothing
Oh
about
wait,
Dexter.
was me mentioning Sopranos
The
like
Trinity
offensive,
Killer. Thank you, John. The Trinity
offensive,
Killer.
offensive to you, Joe? I'm bringing up like mob stuff, and you're like, hey, wait,
Stereotype stuff? No. I mean,
that's cutting
that's
too
all just.
close. I'm
No.
sorry,
I
Joe.
always say, I mean, something like that. No, I mean, it's fine. Of course, I never watched it because I was on cable and stuff, but whatever.
Well, I want to pop this up from Sobek. Oh snap! Is Willow good? I haven't watched the new show. Been busy with Moon Knight. I haven't watched it.
Do not watch the new show. Oh my god, I wanted to gag. I finished it though, and me and John will be filming a review for it, so that should be pretty funny.
Well,
but
I'll tell you what. We'll
Jesus
take
fucking
your
Christ.
word for it because you are a hardcore Willow fan. So if you say that
Yes.
series is garbage,
My
that's
favorite
coming from a. Yeah, I will take your word for it. I'll never watch it. Plus, I wouldn't be able to because it's on a service you got to pay for. But
Casey
Either
Duncan
way,
says the ending was awful for Dexter,
Yes,
and
it
but they
was.
also brought Dexter back, right?
And that's what I was talking about. Like, that wasn't as disappointing as the original ending, but it was still disappointing ending. The first few episodes are so good, and the villain is so great in the newer Dexter show, but it's just a very disappointing ending. Again, it just feels like they don't know how to freaking wrap things up anymore with
So-
endings.
pretty
how
much.
how shitty is that? It's like the original ending to it was disappointing, so
So they brought it back.
years later. We'll bring it back, and they still disappoint
still
everybody again. That's
disappoint.
man, that
Wow.
just sucks. That
That's
sucks
crazy.
so much.
See, if I was
Um,
writing He-Man, I would make.
Oh dear God! Here we go.
I'm just saying.
All right.
I'm
Nathan,
waiting- I'm
explain
waiting
the
for
new
that call.
ratings. Yeah, wait. Do the new ratings you're talking about.
He's
Explain
so
the
dumb.
ratings for the art and all that
Damn
shit.
it, pal! Ratings. Oh wait, hang on.
God damn it, white boy.
We were hoping to be
okay.
able to debut that, with the proper guest, but I guess he's taking a shit somewhere or something.
Because he
A
might
big
not
one.
show. We were gonna have Ren McKenzie here. I was gonna
Yeah.
bring him. He was gonna be like the guy that was just gonna totally fuck this tier list up because that's what he
Yep.
does.
Yeah, but not now.
So that
He-
was.
he
Oh,
backed
hey, may still show up. It'd be funny if he pops in right at the end when we're like doing the last
Have a
one.
powerful day. Fuck
Sorry,
off,
man,
Ren,
you
and then
messed
we
up.
go
Yeah,
off.
does he think we're
Yeah.
still doing it at 9 or something?
I don't know.
No, he's just fucking forgetting. He doesn't care about us.
I just
You're
cracked
not
my
important
neck
enough to
and I
remember.
felt deep down in my spine. It felt amazing. Sorry.
Huh?
What'd you say?
I cracked my neck and I
Oh.
could feel it go all the way down my spine.
I wish I could, like, because I only do that like I can pop my spine by like pulling my neck forward, but I
Oh,
can't
nice.
just do that. I wish I could.
There's this MW3. I'm liking the red flannel coordination tonight. You should all take turns with the flannel.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I caught that right before the show. I was like, what the hell is she doing wearing my colors? Those are
Mine's
my colors.
PJs. I'm all cozy because it's cold here.
Actually.
Wait. I got to hear how cold it is where you're at. How Arctic cold is it?
Oh
where
yeah.
you're at?
Hey, come on, Rebecca.
It's
Tell us
cold
how.
for me. I hate
Well,
the
what
fucking
is-
cold.
What is it?
What is
I
it?
don't know.
70? 70?
You got a
I don't
computer.
know. It's
Come
too
on, Rebecca.
fucking cold.
You got a computer. This shit's got
All right,
weather
let's
app
see
on
what-
it. Come on.
Let's see. I can't wait to hear this
How do I
shit.
put the freaking weather app on my phone?
Well, it's
Well,
like 15 here. I can't
just
wait to hear
Google
how cold it
Well,
is where
you-
she's at.
All right, let's take
Uh,
guesses. Let's take guesses.
I'm
I'm-
going to say it's 57.
I'm gonna
Aw,
say
man.
it's in the early 60s.
I'm gonna say
It
it's
is-
53.
It is 49.
Oh,
Oh.
God. Oh man, how are
Too
you
fucking
still
cold
alive?
for me. I got a blanket
Lord.
on.
Well,
I got, like,
yeah, you should get a
stockies on.
hat on. Just cover up your head. Get some
I get cold
gloves. Get
super
some.
easy though.
Do you have
Dude.
mittens? You got mittens?
I do have mittens. I don't own them
Oh,
right now
fuck.
though.
The high
keep doing that.
here, I think, was around what your temperature is now. That was the high here today, and I was outside in just a t-shirt. I'm like, it's kind of warm today.
There,
Jesus
John said.
Christ.
John checked the temperature outside. He says it's 40.
You're a liar.
No, we
Google-
have a thing outside. I
knows
can't
more.
go check it.
What's John? He's a guy who wears a moose shirt.
Yeah. He's looking at his hands in the,
Yeah,
in the
he-
mirror.
he's
looking at his own
something.
reflection. Yeah, he's something. He's McDonald's.
We know what he is, but he knows it. He knows it.
That's way too fucking cold for me. I hate the cold.
I was actually, I might get up and go to the bedroom because I think I might have a red flannel like
Go do
that design. Let me go check real quick because if I
I
do,
will be the only cool one.
we'll
I
have-
don't own any flannel shit. None. I hate
Hmm.
wearing long sleeve any sweaters, all that stuff.
Mm.
How about a flannel tank top?
No.
No, that's so funny. Oh my
I think
No,
that's-
that'd be
Ty-
tacky as hell.
You know
Yeah,
what?
but it'd be funny
Fucking
as fuck.
awesome.
Tyler,
That would be awesome.
Tyler, I think if you wore flannel and then like grew a beard, because I know that you can, you've just never done it before. I think you look
Like
pretty
a
good.
Viking?
Yeah,
Kinda
you
be
look
a
pretty
Viking.
good.
I don't other than a stubble. I don't like having big facial hair because it just looks. It makes me feel like Joe, like homeless. You know, like I'm dirty and grungy.
I was
you know?
I was talking with Emily because I like all my little shaggy shit's getting out of control. I'm like, man, I need to cut my hair and shave my face and look like a totally different person.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
dear
going
God. Don't do that.
smooth here. I'm gonna keep that for a while. I'll do stubble here and there, but I just don't. I if it gets slightly, even on my neck, I'm like, God, I feel dirty, man.
So-
Like I gotta.
I see somebody talking about moving from Denver to a warmer climate, and he said now that 50 degrees is chilly to him.
Mhm.
I heard somebody said one of the girls from Victoria's Secret, she just started, and she moved from another cold climate. And she said the cold is different here in Florida because it's so humid that it clings to your clothes, and like you feel colder in Florida because
So
of
it
the wet
would kind
air.
of be like Nevada desert kind of shit, where it's like hot as fuck during the day, and then at night it's like it's really fucking cold, kind of like that effect.
But it's like a wet cold. She said she's describing it very different. I've only
That sounds better than what we have in our area.
yeah.
I'm
where
sure
it's
it
just
is. I've been to
bitterly
Ohio.
dry
It's-
cold.
But you
We
get
get
used
frostbite
to it.
quick.
though.
Yeah,
I don't
but you
know.
could
I
get
hate
frostbite
winter.
fast.
I do. I
Like
mean, I
if
do
it's so
too.
cold, like what? I think they said
I'm
5
gonna
minutes
sound
out now
dumb,
weather.
but what does frostbite do exactly? Because I've always heard the word. I just never known.
It numbs like the body
It kill-
parts that are exposed to the
It
cold.
kills the cells, so it's like
Yeah.
it just
And
starts
bad
to-
enough, it really will fuck you
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
If
yeah, you
you're
don't
on
want
it,
to-
if you stand out long enough, like it can
When-
take a long time for your toes, your fingers, or parts of your face to really warm up. Even in, which is not suggested, like taking a hot shower or something like that. It feels very odd and uncomfortable when you've got frostbite, fingers or toes, and you put it in hot water. Not that you're supposed to do that anyway, but it takes a long time for them to warm up.
and you have to
Oh,
worry
wow.
about like it getting
Parts being-
infected and gangrene, and then they have
Yeah.
to
'Cause then they'd have to be cut
shit
off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not good. Well, that's a fun transition into the art and the new ratings. It's like here we go.
Ratings. All right. Let's see. What do I got to do? I got to change my camera. All right, here we go. Hopefully that doesn't. Oh wait, might help if I actually did this, huh? Might want to start that. All right, here we go. You guys
I
can
like
still hear
your
me.
critic. I like your critic. Picture.
Yeah.
See, she gets it.
It stinks.
So there was always kind of confusion with like having S ranks to do an A through F. So I have changed it. So now
I like
we have
it.
masterpiece.
And for any of you fuckers that rip us off, we're gonna know that you're ripping us off now.
I love that.
You know
I
who
love
you
that.
are.
the next one is great, like Tony the Tiger. Decent, middle of the road, meh. And then, as you see here from the credit, it stinks. I actually,
Oh, I think it was like, man, we probably need Larry David when he goes,
Eh.
yeah. And the cool thing about this too is we're gonna change this every time we do a tier list. So our bottom of the barrel one that will change. This time it stinks. The next time it could be absolute shit. It could be like a.
we
gif
really should have
of-
like a picture of
of a-
dog shit for like the bottom. You know?
Yeah. So it can change week to week, and that
Yeah.
will be the plan. And yeah, I love the credit. It's a good show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That was really funny.
highly underrated, underappreciated. Like I remember watching the show on ABC and Fox when it was like a regular show. My whole family loved that show.
Yeah.
It's Tyler always liked to do the scene where they
Oh, yeah, when they're spoofing "Son of a Woman."
yeah.
Yeah, that's where I got the Marlon Brando impression. Was from the critic as well.
Yeah. Well, that and the other Marlon Brando thing I think about is Curb. What's it? Put butter on my ass.
Oh, put butter on my ass.
Well, what's the fucking name of the movie again?
Last Tango in Paris.
Yeah, Last Tango in Paris is my favorite film.
Oh,
always want to
what-
find.
Yes.
I always want to find that clip on YouTube. It's never there.
What a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Oh, put butter on my ass. Which I think I remember seeing part of that clip on YouTube just out of curiosity because I'd never seen the movie, and I remember seeing the clip where he's like taking like part of butter and putting it in a woman's like down her pants up her ass, or something
See,
like that.
again,
Like,
same.
it's
I've
like,
never
yeah.
seen the movie, but I've heard of that scene, and I've seen like clips of it from documentaries or whatever about like cinema, and I'm just like, I don't ever want to watch that movie.
And Joe's like, what a waste of butter.
Yeah.
Butter's good. All
Um,
right.
so one thing that I want to specify that this is vehicles, and there's one thing we didn't talk about before the show, but I want to stress this enough too, that Night Stalker and Stridor not on this list because we're saving that for like the beasts and the mounts
Steeds.
and the steeds. So we didn't want to blow our load like Joe does. We didn't want to just
Very
Alright.
early.
Here we go.
yeah. Look at Joe's like, all right, come on, gotta keep going.
Oh God. Sorry.
but-
I was reading
but-
John's comment. I was like,
I thought Rebecca
we
Burr.
said the
Oh,
butter
God.
is the butter reference in the Willow series. There's some fucking stupid butter reference, and we were like, what the fuck does that mean?
You guys are still watching that shit?
We're writing a review of it, so we need to watch the whole
Yeah,
thing.
they finished
Oh.
it. You got
Oh
up and
my
left when she was
God.
talking about it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll tear it a new one though, so with
Okay.
butter.
Oh
so
my
don't worry
God.
about it.
But yes, the steeds part of the tier list, I think we're gonna combine with play sets, box art. That'll
Yeah, because
be-
there aren't as many play sets, so I think we could get away with combining the steeds and the play sets because
But
there's only
the-
a
I
handful
will-
of play sets.
I might start with this if you guys want to do it first. But if you want to take this one off and save it for the steeds and mounts, because it might make more sense for that, we'll decide right now. Spydor, do you want to save that one or do you want to include it in this? Because
No, he would be the same as Land Shark, like because Land,
true,
even though,
yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
Mm.
But then that's when someone could make the argument. It's like, well, Stridor, Night Stalker, blah 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 blah.
Well, tell
So that's
Deuce and he can shove that argument up his ass. Okay.
all right.
so-
Yeah. Well, he's here. You can tell him
Well,
yourself.
I know. I'm letting you know to tell Deucin that I said that.
Okay. All right.
By the
well,
way,
there-
Deucin, I love you, bud.
Jesus Christ.
And Fedmon asked if this includes Prince of Power and New Adventures. It does not, so we can save those.
Otherwise,
All
we'd
other-
be here
yeah.
well past 10 o'clock, and then Joe would awkwardly make us end it at 10 o'clock. So,
Yeah. And then Johnny Cox says, "When's the next Kumite?" Essentially, we're working on that.
we had ideas for that a while back, but then it got convoluted with the kind of ground rules we had set up, like with no magical characters. We were going to put them in a separate one.
But then it wouldn't make sense to have a bunch of magical characters together in one because that's just I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think we made it. We got too nerdy about it, I guess. But I don't know who we got left anyway. I don't know if we have like New Adventures, like those heroes and villains to cover in a tournament, or what we got left. I can't remember.
We'll have to. Yeah, we'll figure.
I think
it
we
out.
had I think we had the She-Ra characters, which I don't know. Like Rebecca, are you excited to see Perfuma and Flutterina in combat? Yeah, that's what I thought.
We'll take that as a no.
Yeah. Which, guys, I mean, face it. I don't
She
think
can
any
kill
of
you
you all
with
really. Would...
poisonous flowers.
Okay, what's Flutterina gonna do? Flap her wings in your face? and-
Hey, man, you got to save it for this Kumite. that
I'm
we're
just
doing.
saying. It's hard to get excited about that.
Well-
They're all hot. They're all hot girls, but
I think-
I mean, that's kind of where it stops.
I think Johnny, the next bracket tournament that we will probably do is something that we're going to bring James Etalk. and I
Ross
think-
David against Scott Knightlick in a battle to the death. Oh,
Everybody,
God, I
it's
love
like AVP. Everybody loses.
it. Yeah.
I think the next one we're going to bring Dusan and James on, and
Yeah.
the tournament was going to be like animated
Intros of the 80s.
intros, and maybe 90s. I think you might. Have
Yeah,
some
it was
90s
all
in
going to be
there.
action shows. So you'd have Brave Star, Silverhawks, Bionic Six,
Yeah.
Bucky
What-
O'Hare,
Oh,
Turtles,
yeah.
G.I. Joe.
What is the best intro?
Yeah, and that's what it's all focused on. Not the quality of the show, just how badass the intro was.
Yeah.
Like Dinosaurs, versus Black Star. It's like there's one random fight for you. Dinosaurs
All
would win.
All right, Joe's getting itchy. I gotta.
I know. Sorry, Joe.
Getting itchy.
All right, here we go.
Masterpiece
Yes.
Spydor.
by far.
Dude, this is gonna be. There's not a.
I
bad
think
one
there's
in
going to
the
be a
book.
lot of masterpieces. Let's.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why
It's
why
fun.
Ren's not here. He's not here to fuck it all up.
Well, that is a beautiful
plan
piece
is
by
ruined.
William George.
He-Man with his freaking axe and his shield up and ready. That's a beautiful piece.
You know
Yeah,
what
William
I
the
George
noticed?
did a great job.
The
That
glisten on
that
the
is a
sword. Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what
that's
I
a great
noticed
piece.
with a lot of these is there's a lot of battle armor that
Yeah.
shows up.
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
box art here.
Exactly.
Which
And
I'm
there's a
certainly
lot.
a fan.
and those were part
Oh,
of the
yeah.
previous wave too. Those came out in '84. Sparta came out in '85. I like that they're
Yeah, they were
still
starting to
using
use
the
that
previous
design a lot, and a lot
Yeah.
of type of merchandise, media. That design was used a lot.
Yeah, that and Thunder Punch both were used a lot in a lot of the like T-shirts and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I make that a masterpiece. William George, that
Yeah.
is fucking amazing. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a masterpiece.
Yes,
If Ren was
yes.
here, he'd say, "Whatever, white people."
God damn it,
Well,
white
Joe can
boy.
say that.
Yes. Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, Joe
say,
can say that.
Joe, say whatever, white people. Come
No,
on.
that's okay. No, that's all right. That's all right.
Come on.
He doesn't want to get canceled.
No. What's the next one?
He doesn't want to get canceled.
See, all right, and that's the thing I feel like we need to also stress a lot and maybe bring up on occasion. We shouldn't let too much time pass here. So, obviously, Joe, I mean, I could probably make a run for the crown, but Joe is obviously the pastiest person on this podcast, but he grew up in the mean streets of parts unknown, all right? He has some stories.
An afro and everything.
Yeah. But no, if you want the legit thing, like the serious answer is when Joe went to school, it was predominantly African American, and that's like whatever. But it's just kind of funny in the context of Joe being Joe, and yeah. I'll shut up now. All right.
Next piece.
Joe was no Malcolm X. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah. Where'd it go? All right. The Wind Raider. The
Rudy
one
Obrero.
that they always. It's such a shame that it's like
I love that.
the Wind Raider's the go-to vehicle for them and all these other later releases like classics, Origins. It's like, well, you got to have a Wind Raider. Like, oh.
That gets a masterpiece just because look at He-Man's booty. And that
Oh, dear
bottom.
God.
Well, I was just saying how He-Man looks with that big ass axe. Like, get ready to go after this beast, man. Like,
Yeah. No, that's my favorite
It's all
picture. I
blurry,
like
but-
that better than the one on the
Oh,
top.
see that? She likes
Look at
He-Man's
how-
ass.
Look how
I
good.
like
Look
that
at
big
Tila's butt
cake.
too. Tila's butt is
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
yeah.
And you can't see it from that image, but in the actual whole piece, like in the center section, there's one where you'll see Beastman, Skeletor, and somebody that looks like they're doing the Matrix that I always wondered, who the fuck was that supposed to be? Zodak? You can't. Wait. Yeah, you can't. Oh, wait, that's the different one.
See, the thing is,
Oh,
too.
I was thinking of the He-Man Wind Raider 2-pack. Never mind. There's this one where there's a different one, but
Oh man, I
Yeah.
missed another piece of art. Fuck.
no. That was just 2-packs. You said we weren't going to include 2-packs and weird shit.
No,
so
I do have
Actually,
a variant.
because I had thought there was a
do have a
2-pack,
couple
but I
variants.
didn't think to look for it, like to send Nate, because I thought about that too, and I'm like,
because to
Okay,
be
maybe-
honest, I like the He-Man Wind Raider 2-pack
I'll
art
get it.
kind of
I'll get it.
Okay.
I'll find it. Hopefully.
like this one. I don't dislike, but
I would
I
put
don't
this
know.
one
so-
in.
it's not. I mean, even though He-Man's flying it, it's not. If we were seeing it in a dog
There's no
fight,
power. There's no power in it. Like especially at
Yeah.
the top, like the He-Man Wind Raider
Yeah.
2-pack. There's power and strength. This was kind of always bland to me. Not
Well,
that it's
hey,
not
man,
good, but I said
we can-
great.
We can.
go ahead.
That's what I was gonna put it, Joe. It was
Oh,
great.
man.
Okay.
Why is
Because
that?
that bottom picture, I really like that. Them about to go into combat.
but the wind, but see, that's what makes the picture, not the Wind Raider. The Wind Raider is just
True.
kind of sitting there. That's why I feel like
Yeah.
the
True.
battle
I just
overshadows
love
the
their
product.
poses.
Yeah. Wait till the next
Everybody's
one Nathan
posing.
shows. The next one, the Wind Raider,
I'm
is the
trying
star.
to get it. I'm trying
I'm,
to get it.
I'm going to say decent on this one. I like the battle scene, but the Wind Raider could
There
be
we go.
depicted a bit stronger, though.
Oh no, definitely, most
Absolutely.
definitely. That's but when the other one when he
I'm gonna do decent on this as well. So sorry, I was pulling that up. What did everyone else say for this one?
2 greats,
Joe
2
said
decent.
great.
So we'll go to the chat and see what they say. Maybe they'll swing it in one direction or another. But we got
Yeah.
2 greats and 2 decents.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can see with the
I'll-
chat. You
Put
can.
it there. Put it there for
Ring
now.
right here. He would be the.
He would say, "Man, what a piece of shit."
We got great
stinks.
from Grimm. We got great from Grimm. We got meh from Zentron. We got great from MOTU Drew.
Here, Graham will be the other ones. He said.
Yeah. So right now we got more great. Another great from MW3.
Yeah, that one's better.
So
I like that one.
yeah,
a
that,
lot.
yeah. And see, you can't. Can
Yeah.
you see the middle section part? Yeah, the middle
Yeah,
section part.
yeah,
is-
Oh,
yeah.
I can
Yeah.
almost see it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I
see,
was-
that's better.
You know,
I was-
I've never seen this before.
I
You
was
did- I think
Neither
I
have
have it
I.
saved. Wait a second.
Wait,
I might have it saved on my pictures.
Blow up a look because
Yeah, I wanna see it
I
without
see
it.
I see the battle. It kind of reminds me of the the Night Stalker box where there's like part of the battle that's kind of like
Yeah,
right here.
Joe, if you got to go, I mean,
I
this
have
was
this
just
in my
Google
file.
search.
I'm going to send it
Okay.
because I'm going to send it now. The one I
Alright.
have shows it a lot better, and you'll
Alright.
see that one.
I'll go ahead and take this one off the screen then, because
Okay. Well, that
Which one are we judging?
All right, I'm sending this to you right now, Nathan.
all right.
And just give me about 5 seconds. All right. You know
All right,
me.
what's
just
the
one-
chat saying about this one? How many?
So what did Grim say on this one? Great. So we're putting it in
Oh,
great.
yeah, more people said
Yeah, that's
great,
great.
so that one will be great. But here you go, Nathan.
All right.
Bam, there it is.
I hate how that doesn't want to snap in certain ways. All
Well,
right.
it might look slightly, a
yeah,
little,
it's grainier, but at least you're able to like. See
but you get to see it all. But yeah, you feel the impact of everything with the Wind Raiders, seeing the battle underneath. So that's what used to upset me sometimes about those box sets, because things would get cut off in that middle section,
There you go.
But yeah, it blows up. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah, that one's a fucking masterpiece. I love this one.
That's Stratos. That looks like Stratos on the box.
Where
I was
at?
like,
Where?
oh, fuck, it's decent.
Between Beastman and Skeletor. That
I
doesn't
don't
look
know.
like Zodak.
I don't know. I just never knew who it was because it looked like red armor. If you zoom
Well,
in real
but
close,
but like I like how because
That almost looks like Zodak or something.
that's what I was saying.
because
Yeah.
That's what I said.
the harness variant of Stratos.
It's hard.
Well, I
to
mean, but
tell,
the
man.
thing is, this fills the whole thing in, though. That's why this looks like a whole chest armor. Either way, I think it's a random character.
It could be just a completely made up character.
It
'cause
is.
It is blurry, but that
Yeah.
is definitely a more superior piece of artwork to sell the Wind
Yeah.
Raider.
Yeah,
And-
like pull it, Nathan. If you pull it down a little bit, so you can see like the whole Wind Raider, how it's zooming in. Like, I'm sorry, the other direction. I'm sorry. Yeah, like that. That's what you should be seeing from the Wind Raider. So that's a masterpiece.
And we got this
Yeah.
from Febmon too. You should check out Battle Ram. That's where I got most of these. There were a couple that I couldn't help because Battle Ram didn't.
I
have-
enjoy his articles. He writes about all the characters and the beasts and stuff like that.
Yeah,
he's got a fun blog.
there
I
were
like
there
reading
were
it.
certain vehicles that Battle Ram didn't have an entry for, so I was forced to just kind of go elsewhere to find the images. But yes, for the most part, they all came from there and have the full like blown up good quality. So yeah. There's just a couple of them. So, where are we landing with this one?
Masterpiece.
Oh, masterpiece.
Ah, masterpiece.
I would say this one was still great.
Okay.
Ah,
Well, it's up to you, Nathan.
Masterpiece. I'm kind of.
Okay.
I'm really.
Then
Let me blow this up more. I'm really digging like how Castle
Oh, yeah,
Grayskull
it's
is back
awesome.
there in the background.
Yeah.
But Rebecca just said it was great. So
Just
Well,
great.
3 masterpieces though. It's 3
I
masterpieces.
just don't
One
think
great
it's
set.
as great as the other ones. So
it's just because you're seeing some ass cheeks.
no, I meant the other masterpiece one. So I'm like,
What?
no.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
What did she say?
Yeah, I
I
think I like the one with the butt cheeks better.
Oh, okay.
Ah, butt
Yeah, of
cheeks.
course.
Here's the Roton.
I like it a lot. It's beautiful, but it's very
Okay.
Not
We're
a
not-
lot going on with it.
not really. Even
It
if
looks
almost
great,
like,
but there's-
it's like Skeletor could either be running away in,
it looks like
in
he's mowing
victory
the
or run,
grass.
Could
mean,
you
it's-
zoom in more on Roton? Zoom in more with Roton and Skeletor, because it's a William George piece. I mean, he does great work, but I wasn't feeling
have
enough. And it's like he's
flow,
just raking
yeah.
the grass. There's
That's what I
nothing going.
said. I'm like, it just looks like he's mowing the
He
grass.
should be
Oh, yeah.
like destroying part of the forest. Like see,
It's
Exactly.
decent to me.
Yeah,
For me, it's decent. I
Yeah.
wasn't really feeling this one.
it's an iconic image though, because I've
Yeah.
always loved the Roton box art. But you cannot say it's a very action oriented piece.
No.
Yeah, it's very simplistic. Even though like you see the volcano in the background stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, just not enough.
It would be well. I don't want to sit. I mean, I feel like is it decent or is it really meh? You know,
I'm
because
gonna go. I'm
gonna say
gonna go
decent.
meh.
I'll just go decent.
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
know,
go-
it-
I go mad
it-
too. I literally just
Okay. Then it's going meh.
It's so forgettable. I mean,
Throw it in
Skeletor,
meh.
the vehicle looks awesome, but it's just like
Yeah.
It-
vehicle's
it
cool.
should really should be
Everything else-
shown depicting doing some destruction of some kind as
I always
opposed to
liked, by
going
the
through
way,
the
his little
battle.
hidden creatures. I always liked when he
Yeah,
put his little
I
creatures
like
in
those
there.
too. They always look
oh yeah,
awesome.
definitely.
Yeah.
But I
But
mean,
yeah.
the first thing I looked at was the creatures and not what we're
The
supposed to.
Roton. Yeah, which you should be looking at Roton,
Yeah.
exactly. But that goes to
Alright.
meh then. Okay.
Yeah, we're
meh.
gonna land it in the meh.
Oh, don't you do that?
Fuck.
Don't you ever do that? Don't you ever do that?
You know what? That's what I should have.
No,
No,
Yeah,
no, no,
that's
no,
what
no,
I
no,
should've
no, no,
done.
no, no.
Yeah.
No, we're not giving life to that ever. Don't ever give life to that fucking moronic
Come
saying.
on, Mattel,
ever.
make me the new brand manager. I will take it to the stratosphere.
Oh,
Hang on.
fuck's sake.
I got to
God.
put that back so everyone can look at these guys. All right. All right, so there's going to be 2 of these, and I'll save another one for later on, but let's go with the original first. Let me get it moved. The Road Ripper.
Mm,
Nice. I'd call this one great.
mm.
I love
I don't-
how
I wasn't
vibrant
feeling
the
it.
Road Ripper looks, but there's
Yeah.
nothing going on with it.
This one, again, I didn't feel any power in it. It's beautiful art, but there's just nothing. This one, I'd say decent just because I'm not feeling it.
I love
just
the
not-
colors.
No,
Yeah,
great
it
colors.
pops.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
vibrant.
Well, I
And,
mean,
and the
it's about
muscles
the
on
same as the
He-Man and the
Road
shadowing
Comic.
on his face and like the shadowing in his hair and then the vibrant purple background with the green. That's
Yeah,
what I
it's just there's
noticed.
not
It's
enough.
2 out of 10, not enough ass.
Yeah, I'd say
But look at his
decent. I
muscles
just.
though.
Oh, yes, you keep saying, look at the muscles, look at the ass. It's my God.
It looks
I-
it looks just like Tyler on a big wheel.
I'm trying to see what the chat might be saying. Yeah, this
If
one
they
just.
agree with
I
that
don't-
statement, Joe.
No, well, like, and look at his face. He looks so unenthused. Like, what am I doing
Well,
here?
hey,
It's
dude,
just-
It's based off of the action figure.
no, that's the wind blowing in his face, man. He's going at top rate speeds.
the
right now.
other one. Wait till you get the other one. You'll see an
No,
expression
well,
that
I'm gonna do that
shows.
later. I'm not gonna do
We're
it
not
back to
talking
back.
about that one, Joe.
I
Yeah,
know,
we're
but
talking about
this is
this one.
bland. It's bland,
It's
and
not
it's
bland.
it's decent.
I can
I'm
appreciate
almost
the
going meh.
coloring.
I'm close to meh. You're making me
So
go more
you're
meh,
meh.
Rebecca.
I
I'm
will
gonna
say
go meh.
decent because the Road Ripper itself looks really, really good in it. I'll just
Yeah,
say
it's just-
decent.
All right. I mean, it looks good. But, ugh. Yeah.
All right, so
okay.
we have
he's
one
got sand in
great,
his
one
eye.
decent, one
He's
mad.
got sand in his eyes. So what did you say, Nathan?
I didn't give a ranking yet. There,
Oh, okay,
Joe.
we got 3 different things: decent, meh, and
I
great.
think it's a masterpiece. No,
Oh, no.
I decent. I think.
Oh, then it goes to
All right.
decent. Okay,
Right in the
decent.
middle.
Right in the middle.
Hey, you remember all that shit talking we were doing? It's like we're gonna have a lot of masterpieces on this one so far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
Not the case. All right, let me get all that moved. Okie dokie. The
Oh,
Talon
masterpiece! I fucking love this one.
Yes. Look at them sneaking around in the background, dude. Yeah.
I always love this idea of like,
Skills in
hurry
our
up,
snake armor.
get to the Talon Fighter, and Man at Arms holds off the evil warriors. Like, I just love
I
this
love
idea.
it,
Like, it's like
yeah.
a race against time to get the Talon Fighter out of there.
And I
And,
like.
the black sky. Sorry, Nathan.
Yeah,
Oh, no, you're good. I like the.
that's a story. This tells a story.
Well, I
here.
mean, look at Grayskull right there. Right? So
Yep.
Yeah,
it's
that's
obviously
haunting.
yeah. They're on a higher ground. They're kind of more above point. The fog is there. Like it really does tell a
I
story.
want to ask you
And-
something about this because oh, sorry, Nathan, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Now, I know like this was meant to go on top of Grayskull, but I always love the idea that Point Dread and the Talon Fighter were like a separate, like in the mini comic where it exists up on like one of the highest mountain peaks in Eternia.
Yeah, so it's
I-
kind of
I
like a
just-
watch point.
Yeah, and I just was
Oh, remember
so
the storybook
fascinated.
that came with
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Was
Hey, I
not
did
the
the
mini
voice
comic, but
too
the
in that.
storybook where Zodak's like showing He-Man how to get up there and he's got to climb all the way up the mountain, and just thinking like this mountain peak is so high above the clouds, and it just it was just fascinating, and to think of this I guess technically it is kind of a play set.
Yeah, well, we
But-
did have that from Daniel Maynard, and that they list it under.
But
Well, how
I mean,
about this? Point
That's
Dread is the playset. Talon Fighter is the vehicle. It's
Yeah,
it's
I
two
was
for
kinda
one.
more like
well,
Talon
well, you know
Fighter
what?
over
We could put this one in our playset discussion as well because Talon
we could
Fighter,
do
I
that.
do think, yeah, I mean, and
Yeah.
because I just, God,
It's
I
a
love this
twofer.
part
It's a
so much.
twofer. But no,
Well,
you
hey,
can't deny
It's
it.
hey,
Oh, go ahead.
Joe, it's a threefer. It says so on the fucking box. Get it right.
Three
Oh,
toys
yeah,
in
my
one.
bad. Oh yeah, okay, you're right. I fucked up. All right. Well, anyways, no, beautiful art. But even as a kid, as an adult now, I just don't know why. The perspective and look of He-Man inside Talon Fighter used to drive me nuts. It looked awkward to me, but I love everything else about it. But just something looked
I don't know.
strange.
It looks like he's confident. Like he's like, we
I
got
don't
this.
know. I
we
can't
made it.
explain it.
Maybe
I
that's-
can't. Something looked too cutesy. I
I
just
don't
give it
think so.
great. I think it's. Oh, he says, "Wow, man, I gave it great." Joe, read my criticism. Oh wait,
Yeah,
they just
yeah. Well, because he says he thought Grayskull looked too cutesy and chibi and shit.
really Grayskull. Could you zoom
Yeah.
that in? I didn't get that. I didn't.
No, not at all.
Thoughtless
I
master.
thought because to me it looks like there's fog.
Yeah.
Covering up
that's what
Grayskull
I
in the
got.
distance.
It's fog. It is fog
yeah,
covering
It's
that.
on the higher ground, you
Yeah.
know. It's
And that this is like, because I like to think that Grayskull is so big, even though they could be many, many miles away, that you can still see Grayskull
Right.
so
I
far
see
in the
more
distance.
of Grimm's shit. What is he saying more? Like fucking with it. I just no. Either way though, no, I think it's great. I wouldn't put it at man, but I mean, if Grimm doesn't fucking
I
like
would put
it, then,
masterpiece for me because plus seeing
Absolutely.
Triclops leading the battle, like
Yeah,
Zoom it in,
I always
Nathan.
love that.
Nathan.
That's kind of
zoom in on Grayskull because he keeps saying, "Look at those big round eye sockets of Grayskull." No, I don't think they're that big.
That
looks
seems
fine.
kinda
Yeah, it
almost
looks normal to me.
But yeah, Tyler's got a point there. Like Triclops front and center, leading the charge with Skeletor in the back, which I guess you could say like, Skeletor is probably.
I pay you guys to get out there and
Yeah.
get to the Talon
But
fight,
it's-
stop them.
So what do we got? We got a great, and what did you guys all say? Masterpiece or what?
Masterpiece.
What'd you
I'll
say?
Go, I'm gonna go great.
All right,
I
then.
don't think
Chat, what do
it's
you guys
quite
put it at?
masterpiece.
We got two
I love
masterpieces, two greats. Well, we already got a meh from Grimm, so that would
Well, he's
fuck
not gonna
everything
count
up.
that. Yeah, he's not gonna count this round.
He's all Ren.
Yeah, we make the rules here. I think it's interesting too. I didn't know this, but it's not something that I've looked
Decent.
at a lot. Well, that it came with a record and an adventure book.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
pretty
that's what we
badass.
just said. Yeah, it is. We got a decent from Omega Tor. We'll see who else says what they say. We'll get a couple more, and then we'll place it in whatever spot, either great or masterpiece.
I
What
think
that
it's
guy, it came to a crawl. It's like, okay, guys, tell us, what do you think? Decent or great? And then we'll put this sucker somewhere. We got another decent, so we got two decents.
What
I
the
think
hell
it's
is wrong
gonna
with you
probably
people?
another decent. Jenny, thank you, baby. I love you.
Decent, really?
We got a
Well,
we got a
no,
master.
wait.
Great.
Jenny just said decent. Oh man, you guys got to have a talk.
Yeah, Joe, you got to trade her
She-
up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh wait, I meant no. Don't you say that? No, I meant great or masterpiece.
Yeah,
Was
you
I
couldn't
saying
hear
great
it.
or decent
Yeah,
the whole time?
that was completely botched because Joe wouldn't stop talking.
Yeah, Joe, what
Yeah.
did you give it?
Wait,
Goddamn, white
I
boy.
gave it great. I meant to say great or masterpiece, but I said great or decent. But
So
since they
which
were
one
going
is it?
decent, it means great. So
You
it's
know
gonna
what?
have to go to great.
Let's just put it in great. How about that?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it goes to great.
Look
No,
at
it
that.
went to
Not
great.
just as a painting in of itself. You got the black background. I'm done. I'm not trying to.
Yeah, I was like, she's like, fuck
If
it.
you don't
I
see
give
it-
Rebecca, they got shit for brains.
We
Yeah,
can't sell
we're
it.
lost causes. You know.
At least it's great. At least it didn't end up indecent. That would
Right,
be
it's-
it.
Yeah.
Zentron said it stinks. So.
Get the hell out of here.
How?
But if there was a debate between great and decent, then I probably would have said decent then. But either way, yeah, there you go.
What?
So, all right, it's in great. Well, if we didn't have masterpiece, if it was just great and decent, then yeah. All right, here we go. We got another one. Now, a little more intensity. A lot of people don't really have fond memories of Blasterhawk, so I know a lot of people might think, this kind of sucks. I don't get it. I don't like the vehicle. I fucking love Blasterhawk. I'm not going to do a masterpiece, but the Blasterhawk itself is great. It represents what the disc is. You see the motion. He-Man looks intense. I think it's great, but not a masterpiece.
No, definitely not great. It's
Mm.
it's very vibrant and beautiful, but the action, there's no action to it. Yeah, the disc is firing, but we should see it in battle, and we're just seeing it. It's like we're seeing. We might as well have a painting in the
Well,
void.
I mean, like some of the other ones we've seen, there wasn't a lot of battle. Like, we just seen as is, but I still like it. It's great.
Like we just saw.
kinda looks,
the Talon
it kinda
fight,
looks-
there's a battle going on with that.
He looks
Yeah, but
constipated
it's,
like
but
an
it's
orgy.
kind of not in battle.
He-Man
That's all I meant.
looks good on. It's just a very flat, beautiful painting.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's,
I love the
you know-
shadowing and stuff on it, but
Yeah.
it's not captivating to me.
No, it's not. It lacks action. It lacks
I would
say it's decent.
impact.
I'm gonna go.
But
mid.
Rebecca,
Yeah,
Rebecca,
I'm
you
gonna
like
go
the
mad,
damn
too.
road. But you like the Road Ripper when it was just sitting there, Rebecca. What about that shit?
Joe's pissing and moaning here because he ain't getting it, where he wants it. So
It's like, well, we all. Been
I
pissing
really
and
love
moaning,
the
to be honest.
shadow work on it. That blue shadow on the side there, that's that's beautiful, but it's not captivating me.
It's
There's
man.
I
nothing-
liked it. I think I'm biased because I love that fucking vehicle. But yeah, we are
Yeah.
getting a lot
No,
of men.
but that's the thing. You can't.
It's
You
just
can't
the
have. You
box art.
It
can't.
has nothing to
ba-
do with the vehicle, Joe.
Yeah, you can't base it on how much you like the vehicle.
But I
and
still
playing
know
with it.
I
We're
can base
basing
how I
it
want. I like
strictly
the
on
look.
the
Fine. You know
artwork.
what? You're gonna be the only one to say
It
that's
looks
great. 'cause it
intense.
is
I love
great.
it.
Look
can
at that.
face it
You
how
see
I
the
want.
discus? You can see the discus. It looks badass.
Yeah,
His
I do
face, his
appreciate that
grimaces.
Joe,
He's intense.
Joe.
He-Man's ready to fuck
It's
some people up
box
as he's
art.
playing.
Box
That's-
art tier
I'm
list,
looking
not
at the box. I
functionality
am.
of the
I
toy.
said I'm looking at it though. I'm looking at He-Man, what he is doing, and the Blaster Hawk, what it
And
is
he's
doing,
doing
and it
nothing.
looks. It is. It's shooting the disc. It looks intense. It looks badass. It's a beautiful piece of art, and by that art, I say great, bastards.
Great.
Great. I'm gonna choke the shit out of all three of you when we meet up at PowerCon.
Yeah, but it was
Same
great.
time.
It was fun, and I'll see you all on my balls.
Bastard.
Yeah,
What?
that's how Joe's gonna greet all the listeners that come up to him at the booth.
Yeah. We'll just have it
All right,
playing
so
on
let's-
loop the whole time.
Let's go into meh.
Yeah.
Put it in meh.
No,
Isn't
you know,
it?
this
I get it
kind of,
decent.
I guess, I don't mind the shit of,
What was that? I don't remember
I
saying
don't
that.
know. God damn it. Oh, I must be
It's
senile.
hard to tell who's saying what whenever I can't see them.
It's off, you shithead.
And it almost sounds like Eddie Griffin talking.
Goddamn,
so
white
what
boy.
So what do we got so far?
Yeah, but I gave it decent.
Man,
Meh. So we got a great, a
Two
decent.
mess,
and
one
two
decent.
And two mess, so it goes to decent.
Yeah, it goes to decent.
Okay.
I think that's being generous, but that's just me.
I
Ah,
think so
piss
too.
off. Fuck off.
I mean, it's
All
on
right, what do we got
tier.
next?
Yeah.
What dicks.
All right. There we go.
Oh God.
Oh,
That's-
absolute
What are we gonna
masterpiece.
say
This
here?
is my
What do we
favorite.
Masterpiece.
This is my
Wait
favorite.
a second. But what is it? Is it in action? Is it doing stuff?
Yeah.
We're
gonna
judging the
cut-
art, Joe.
Deal.
But
It's
I
not
was
the
judging
art.
action.
Hey,
No,
the fact
no,
that
no,
Cyclops
He's
and
about to
Joe
run
are
the
getting ready to
Earlier you
attack
said that it
He-Man
was
there.
just art. You said it wasn't
That-
doing
Look at the
nothing.
landscape.
No,
I mean, it just, I mean, it looks, it's so
that
commanding
contradicted everything. Nope, I see
You
that
got
bias.
the upward
there. Okay, all right,
angle. You
Joe.
got the.
What's the
I see
Blaster
that.
Hawk fighting? What is the Blaster Hawk fighting? Nothing.
Well, what is the dragon walker
It's
doing?
like
It's
the
sitting
beast
there.
better get ready to go into battle.
It's sitting. It's doing nothing. It's
Oh,
dumb.
you
Look at the
fucking blind.
landscape. Look
No
at the landscape,
motion.
the sky.
It's just-
Look at the freaking
The landscape,
the
the
scales
sky.
on the dinosaur.
I can't wait
But
to
this
meet
is
Joe
a
Badass.
badass
Smack
piece.
the thing clean out of his ass.
But no.
Diesel. What the fuck are you doing
got the
over there?
creature
But
in the
this is
corner.
actually, it actually is a good piece, though.
A masterpiece.
See, he's just trying to stir
my
up shit because
favorite.
he's pissed on his hush puppies.
No, because you guys contradicted yourselves. But anyways,
No,
I
we
say
did
great.
not. Because
Yes, you
there's,
did.
there's
Yes,
a battle
you did.
going on.
Yes,
in
you
there.
Joe,
did.
you
There's nothing happening. There's no motion. It is sitting there. He is posing like this.
It's in
I'm on the
motion.
Dragon Walker. It's not
It's
moved.
walking.
Walking
It's
where?
walking in the desert.
It is a
It's
slow
about
fucking
to
thing,
get
though.
Beastman and Triclops.
Rebecca, you
Bullshit.
know, he hides behind a mask for a reason. Don't.
It's
don't,
great.
You know, don't encourage.
It's great. I like it though. It's great. But it just was kind of.
It's
but
a
great.
masterpiece to me.
Yeah,
Great.
absolutely. Masterpiece.
I saw that at Toys R Us on clearance for $15, and my parents wouldn't get it for me.
Oh,
Because you're
God,
a
I'm
rotten
hard-
kid.
I
You're
love the
rotten.
It was on a Saturday night too. God, it was heartbreaking.
What was this? Hills? Where'd you say it was?
Toys R Us and
Oh.
back in the day, yeah.
Oh man.
my Dragon
God.
Walker's haunted and turns on by itself.
Well, what do you fucking do?
Oh yeah. Well, look at this.
Oh, yeah?
I think
well-
I need to show you guys off to you guys if you don't know what.
What
I
are
bet
we doing
Tyler's
now?
got it in his box.
What are you
Huh?
doing? What's
What?
in the box?
I'm just getting my.
Oh, my Dragon Walker.
I said my
It's-
Dragon
it's-
Walker's
it's-
haunted and will come on by itself.
I actually.
Oh, she says haunted.
I don't have a Dragon Walker.
It scared the shit out of me.
I'm not your
Yeah,
fan.
mine.
Because it's not quiet.
You know what?
Yeah.
Just to further piss Joe off, I'm going to say masterpiece.
Thank you. Thank you. I would fit.
You know what, Rebecca, though?
Kiss
With
her.
my Dragon Walker, if I'm not mistaken, it always went backwards. And I was like, what the fuck
'Cause-
is going on? Did you know that if you put the battery in the wrong way on Dragon Walker, it will make it go in reverse the one way, and the other way
Yeah.
makes it go forward?
So they were
I
I
thought
did
telling
that-
not know that.
Yeah, because I put batteries in like they're supposed to
weird.
be put in. So all the time growing up, I was like, I got a defective Dragon Walker, and mine doesn't work right. And somebody said, believe it or not, turned the battery the other way. I was like, what? Turned the other way, and then it went the other way. So I still think it's defective because it just went the wrong way.
You said
But
what?
yeah, you flip it.
So basically, they were right about human mass universe and being like really demonic and shit. Then, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Put it in
Yeah,
bad
it corrupted our
places.
souls, and we all worshiped the devil and dabbled in witchcraft and all kinds of shit.
We should make a short movie where it's like, it turns out that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
It'll
You
It'll
know
be
what?
like the Tom Hanks movie from the 80s where it's like,
I just
Yeah, where they play Dungeons and
realized
Dragons.
yeah.
What?
we could film fucking Appetite since we'll all be together. We should
Oh,
do that
that's
at the
right.
hotel. That would be fun.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Tyler's like, as long as we get it done by 8:30, I gotta go to bed.
I don't stay up late, but I did say that place has a gym, so my ass will be getting up and going to work out in the morning. So
You know what? Actually, no, I'm not gonna. I was gonna say I'll
If
go
Yeah,
it
you're
work
has
not.
a
out with you.
statue of
No,
Arnold
you're
outside
not.
of it, it better have
Hey,
a
I
fucking
worked
gym.
out with Tyler once, and I was sore for like fucking.
no,
4
because you
days.
went and did chest again the next day, and no
Oh,
one
did
told
I?
you to do that.
Did
You had
you
like
work
an
out
allergic
back-to-back?
reaction
Oh, okay.
He had
I know,
what
we
did you
did
say? An allergic reaction? What did he do?
because his pecs swelled up.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't see it. He told me about it. I'm like, what the hell did you do that for? I didn't tell you to work out again.
Yeah. So don't work out with Tyler. He gives you bad advice.
No, because he worked chest and then he went and did it again the next day. I didn't tell him to do that, so he's
Uh-huh.
never touched a weight since.
No, that's a lie. Someone's probably be like, well, "That's not a vehicle," but it deserves it.
Battle Bones, yeah. Oh yes,
It's a carrying case, sure, but
It
fuck,
is, but
man.
he is still a vehicle.
You know,
Um,
and I, for the top one, definitely always said masterpiece. And I love William
Yeah.
George's work. But the bottom one, I just always felt, I know it's representative of what it's supposed to do, but it felt
It just looks like
static
you
toy.
posted toys.
Yeah, but you got
Yeah.
Jitsu, Cobra Khan, Whiplash.
No, I
Evil,
know,
and
I know, but it
Peacemaker,
always
Fisto.
felt beautiful art, but it just felt really static and bland. But the top one, masterpiece, was for me. The other one, damn, I was almost borderline decent, but was fuck. Are we
It's
doing
all
them
in the
separate or
same
together?
box.
I'm going masterpieces because
Well, I gotta
love
put
Battle
masterpiece
Bones.
if they're on the same. Yeah, I
Man,
gotta do
I
it then.
love having like the character lineup though. So yeah, even though it's not a lot going on, it's cool to have all of them lined
Yeah,
up.
see, look at that.
It's a
Grim's a
masterpiece.
masterpiece.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant
No, it
people.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that top one
Yeah.
is my favorite
Humanitarian.
part of
Oh
it.
yeah,
And
the
I
top
love-
one's my favorite too, but it is
Yeah,
cool
the
to
top
have
one's
the lineup too. So
Yeah.
yeah, Master.
Yeah, definitely.
Great. Get out of here.
Poor MW3 said great, and he's like, get out of here.
Aw. Great is still good.
Yeah,
It's still
Yeah,
good.
great is still good.
Top art masterpiece. All right, put it back on you guys. Put the focus back on you guys. All right. Let's see.
I wish you could put that, not say that you weren't covering yourself.
Well, yeah, but then
Well.
we'd have to. I mean, I could bounce in and out of it.
Oh, yeah. This one's a good one.
This one was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the one that comes with battle armor Skeletor.
That, this is the rare one. This is the one that I found at the flea market, remember, for only 15
Yeah, and then Joe didn't
bucks.
offer to sell it to
Damn,
me.
Joe.
Well, I didn't know that. But anyways, I love
What do you
this
mean you
fucking
didn't know
thing.
that?
Yeah.
I didn't. Well, I didn't know, but yeah, this is a fucking masterpiece. I
Yeah,
love the
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
intensity
Land
yeah.
Shark looks
that-
vicious as hell.
This is look at it. The land shark looks like it's ready to rip the fuck out of anything in its way. I love it. Yeah, that's a
Such a
masterpiece.
brilliant
Goddamn.
vehicle.
Absolutely a masterpiece.
That's
Yeah.
powerful. No pun intended. But
Yeah, you're
fucking
like,
powerful.
oh god, you're worried for Man at Arms right here because you're like, oh shit.
Oh, yeah, it'd kill the fuck out of them. Yeah.
All right. Yes, I also think this is a masterpiece. I was just moving some shit around.
There, easy peasy.
Beautiful cover girl.
Yeah.
Easy
Oh,
breezy,
gosh.
beautiful cover girl.
I was
Just doing
That's what Joe-
wordplay.
Playing,
that's what
wordplay,
goes on
Tyler,
with
come
his hair. I saw
Huh?
it like sticking up.
huh?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, okay.
Wow, he
How
doesn't
long's
pay
it-
attention to you, Nathan. It's getting there.
Look at
It's
that. You're
yeah.
gonna give me a run for my money, son.
Well, no,
Yeah.
but Nathan's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
longer than me.
Joe needs to grow his hair out like as long as Rebecca's. That'd be hilarious.
Oh,
Oh Jesus.
they're super long.
Attack track.
It's Rudy Obrero. It's amazing.
But everyone looks kind of diminutive in this one. Like
He-Man does not look good in this
No, neither does Skeletor or Merman. They don't.
I just wasn't into this one. The best thing to me was kind of
Yeah.
Castle Grayskull in the background. It kind of looked different at
Yeah.
a different angle.
I really like
But-
Teela and Man at Arms in the
I
background.
like
running
how
and-
the attack track's depicted, like it's
Yes.
rampaging through the ground, but
Yeah.
I didn't like a lot of this. I'm
Yeah.
saying decent. I just wasn't. Oh, sorry, Grim, but yeah, I say
Yeah,
decent.
wow.
Yeah, I will say decent. It's not.
But
It's
it does have everything like what we're talking about.
Yeah,
shit's
but-
going
but-
Yeah, but it's just something's missed. It's lacking.
just not as it's not as pretty. It's just not.
I agree. It's not as pretty. Yeah, but there is a story being told here again.
There is.
Yeah.
It's just yeah.
I would put
It's-
it in great.
This is a story I really just. I'm like, it's not a pretty story.
Grim's gonna unfriend me. No.
Nah, he'd never do that.
I really love it.
What do you give it, Rebecca? What'd you say?
I said great.
Great. Okay. 2
I'm-
decents, 1 great, and what do you got, Nathan?
I'm gonna. I think decent's because decent's the middle of the road. I love Grayskull over there, Man at Arms Tila. That looks great, as Tyler said. It shows that the track's really digging in. Those are like the best qualities about it. He-Man's face leaves a lot to be desired, and
It's just lacking in
I don't
power,
have a problem with
definition,
his face,
details.
actually.
I don't like his face. I don't like it. I just don't like it.
I like it.
I
You know, I
don't know.
His face is fine, but Merman and Skeletor don't look good at all. Like they just don't look very.
you're talking about
threatening,
like
and-
just the proportions on Skeletor are a little weird.
They're
Yeah.
very
Well, those are
awkward
decent.
looking.
It's going to decent then. All right.
All right. Yeah. There we go. Put it back on you, you pretty people.
What do you rate my mask, though? What do you think of this masterpiece?
I give it a 2 out of 10.
Oh, thank
It
you.
stinks.
What? It stinks. Oh, we got the first it stinks, huh? All right. Rebecca, what do you
Yeah.
think? The mask. Ah?
The one I made you is better.
Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. That's right.
No, it's
Right.
Modulok. I love
There
it.
we go.
All right.
You guys want to?
What the fuck?
What the fuck is that?
Is that what
Oh,
Grim did?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Grim's
Masterpiece.
Beautiful.
But he really hates that Kessler Grayskull, doesn't he?
Yeah, I guess he does. All right. Yeah, this is another one I don't have the complete total.
I like the
It-
top part more than the bottom.
Me
I
too.
love this
Me
one.
too.
Yeah.
I'm with Joe. I think the top one looks more. Seeing the dog fight in the air and He-Man looking very commanding on the sky sled.
Mhm.
But as you'd say, there's not beyond that, not a lot happening
No,
around. I give it
I will-
great, but
I'll give it great. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
say great.
I'm
Yeah.
good with great, yeah. I
Okay.
do love the lava in the back, though. That's cool.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, yep.
I was actually gonna say decent, but
Well, then
Great.
I'll go to great. Okay.
yeah, you
Grim
know,
said masterpiece, and Jen said masterpiece. So see, she was masterpiece and vibing with Grim.
Master Feeton over there.
Masterpiece. I was trying
I
to
love
combine
it.
2 words. I'm talking too fast. Jenny gets here, I get all flustered. I get real excited, so it's like I start fumbling my
You don't have
words.
to touch yourself when you think about her.
Well, I can't help it.
I know, I don't do that when John, like, oh, John's in the tail. Oh,
Well, too, you prefer my hands up here because if I see her, okay. Hey, there we go.
Hey.
I love the laser bolt one. Like I masterpiece because He-Man looks fucking awesome on
You
it.
got
The
the little
laser
critter
bolt
running?
looks.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? I always got a kick out of that critter running because it's like, what the fuck? I'm getting out of here. You can
Well, you
feel
can-
like this
you can
son of a bitch is
almost-
flying.
Well, yeah, you can picture it too because you see the tires kicking the dirt back. You could probably almost feel the rumble.
Dude,
on
I mean,
the
look
Yeah,
at
ground.
this shit,
and it's
people.
like
I
the
mean, I got it
creature
in
senses
hand
it.
here.
Yeah, the creature sees it. Oh God, of course he
Hey,
has
look
to
at
have
that,
it.
people. I
Yeah.
paid like
That's a
$15 for
masterpiece.
this back in the day.
Yeah, but you know how fast an
I
animal
love
be?
this
Like
one.
they'll see something coming and they see that bastard flying that quick. It's running. Yeah, that's a masterpiece. I really
Masterpiece.
love Laser.
Yeah.
Bolt.
Yeah, all right.
I always thought
you
the
can,
commercial
you can
was
feel
cool,
that
too.
thing fucking coming in that picture.
Yeah.
Sorry, that sounded really dirty.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can feel that thing.
You can
moving.
feel that thing
Moving.
fucking coming.
Rebecca, you're not painting yourself very good here still. Rebecca should be working with Spencer's Gifts.
Oh yeah, the dildo depot, as it's
Yeah.
what?
Spencer's.
You know, Joe, your usual hangout.
Yeah. No, he goes to Hot Topic. They don't sell dildos.
No,
that's right,
Spencer's though.
forgot.
I remember always getting at Spencer's. They had a lot of the horror figures for
Yeah.
movie maniacs at the time. That was like the
No,
one of the
Joe, we're
last.
talking about the adult section in the back.
We're talking
Oh, I
about
never went
dildos, Joe. What do you know about
right.
dildos?
What's the next piece? What do we got?
Joe is a dildo.
Hey,
I take offense to that.
do I still have that, or did I delete it? I may have deleted it off
A
here.
mojo dildo.
Oh God.
See, I don't think
Just like a
that
big
I
rubber
need to
dick
sit
with Joe's head on
fucking
it.
dildos anymore.
Yeah, that was perfect.
All right.
Next.
One of Tyler's favorites.
Yeah. Love
Yeah.
this one. Yeah, Roboto down there with Battle Armor He-Man. Yeah, Fright Fighter.
Now that's a lot going on. You're right. Now that
Yeah.
you could feel it.
Mhm.
You could just
masterpiece.
that's
I'm gonna go great on this one.
I won't
what
argue
makes you go
that.
great. What makes you go great?
Well, I mean, all right. So the Battle Armor Skeletor is firing at something, and then it just looks like Roboto and Battle Armor He-Man and Man-at-Arms are just kind of standing there like in an SOS situation, like, hey,
You can't
come
do
pick
nothing
me.
because Skeletor comes in with the Fright Fighter.
I
like he
guess,
just
but
has
it's
some
almost
great
like,
soul
hey,
powers.
it almost looks like, hey, pick me up, you know, help us. That's what it looks like from there. Just me. That's
They're like,
my
oh,
opinion.
you asshole.
What's he firing at? Did you say crazy?
Well, you never know. There's more
It could be
shit
the
going on.
Royal
He could be at
Palace,
George
it could be the
Grayskull.
Witch's Fortress.
Yeah,
Could
he
be
could even be going at
Grayskull.
Grace. Anything, yeah. And then they're maybe like, fuck, and they're trying to figure a way, like maybe he swooped in quick. They're like, fuck it, Skeletor. And maybe they were just frozen and seeing him in that motion before the battle was
Yeah.
getting ready to start. But yeah, that's a masterpiece. I love that fucking piece.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go great. That's that.
Okay.
I go masterpiece.
Then it goes masterpiece.
Oh yeah, well, you know what?
Fuck you!
There we go. We're already running out of room up here.
Yeah.
Well, there's not much left, I don't think, is there? So we'll see.
Trying to think. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, there's only 3 more left. So yeah,
See,
you're,
here we go.
you're right. Here is the other variant. Here's the Road
Now
Ripper.
that's the
with
Road
Battle
Ripper.
Armor
Yeah.
He-Man.
That's
this one's
fucking
badass.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
the
That's a
masterpiece one.
masterpiece, hands
Yeah,
down.
Yeah,
that's-
masterpiece. Yeah.
Yeah, comparing that with the other one, yeah,
Beautiful.
that's fucking awesome. Look at his face,
Yeah.
the
I
love the
intensity,
other
the
one, though.
speed.
And seeing
There's
that
nothing
the
wrong with that.
impact of the Road Ripper, like, you know, it looks like it's riveting across.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it looks
that's
Jesus, look at his
impactful.
legs.
Huh? How about this?
Jesus Christ, Rebecca's
So
obsessed
Rebecca's
with
like,
He-Man.
Holy
Oh, fuck
shit
this.
balls.
Hey!
Look at this.
He's late.
And-
Where the
Until-
hell have you been?
Until next time, have a powerful day.
Now we gotta rate everything all over again.
No, fuck
he's
this.
done-
This
he's
is
done
the
missed out.
dipshit.
He's
Yeah,
done
great
missed
way
out.
to come in. We got 2 left, Ren. How do you feel about this?
I
What
heard-
the fuck did you do?
Well, okay, so I'm going to Cuba in March
Uh-huh.
for an art trip, and they happen to have their meeting today.
Uh-huh.
And
Ah.
yeah, so I
This
try
is
to
all
get back here as
bullshit.
soon
He
as
is
What does
he
that have
just
to do with
fucking
us?
slept.
Yeah.
He overslept. He fell asleep. He was like, fuck this show. Fuck them. I don't care.
Dude,
oh, well, I guess I'll come in at the end because I
I
don't know
do
these
not
artists.
sleep at night, so that's an absolute lie.
Yeah, sure. All right. Okay, well, you're here for 2 more things, Ren. This would be great. What a guest
this
I
we
would
want
had.
him to
Easy
see our
then.
list though and see what he thinks of it and like correct
This
this.
would be
Oh,
extremely
God.
easy then.
So we're putting this in masterpiece, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess we could ask Ren, since he is here, if he thinks that's masterpiece.
Oh, fuck. Here we go.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
here.
I'm just saying, I mean, he's here, so
Show him. What do
know?
you think of this, Ren?
It's amazing.
No, you look at the things on the side. Masterpiece, great, decent, meh, or it stinks because I'm late.
I would say this was great. It's great.
See, he
Okay, can we kick him off
could have
now?
fucked up this whole tier list.
yeah.
Can we kick him off right now?
Already causing controversy.
No, I'm not gonna kick him off.
I'm already in.
He's already here.
So
All
what
right,
do you
we got-
think of our lineup so far though, before we go forward?
It
No,
looks-
he doesn't know. Ren doesn't know
it
what's
looks
going
really good.
on.
Actually,
He's an artist. He knows more than us.
I do love art. Like I've always loved the box art and the poster arts and things like that. So yeah,
See, we'll have to get Ren when we like do like an Earl Norm magazine poster
Oh,
like
Alright.
discussion. Like
Yeah,
how
that-
awesome would
that
that
can't wait
be?
to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be a good
We'll
tier
go,
list.
we'll go
the
and pencil
magazine
Ren
list.
in for that one too.
Yes.
I used to have the poster where they were coming down on both sides from Castle Grayskull and
Oh yeah,
That's William George.
Snake
That's
Mountain?
William
yeah, with
George.
the William George poster.
and
He had
my
4 of
mom
them.
tossed it out when I went to the army.
Oh,
What?
yikes.
Yeah,
Yikes.
Oh.
That is a bummer.
Grim
Yeah,
saying
she heard
nothing
from
about baby Grayskull.
Yeah, that one Grayskull. Ren, did you know about that one poster you're talking about, William George, the one where they're coming from Grayskull and Snake Mountain in the middle, the Wind Raider with that pilot in the middle? Did you know that I named that pilot Sky High? Did you ever hear that story?
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Joe,
named
this
him.
is
Say what?
He's like, what? Joe says, "Fuck him." Fuck Joe.
Goddamn, white boy.
He's been waiting all night. He's been waiting all night.
Oh shit! All right, go ahead. What are we doing?
Masterpiece.
That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very imposing.
Yeah.
Here we go, Ren.
That shit's gonna fuck you up.
Masterpiece. Dude,
Oh,
Skeletor's my
holy
guy. So anything with Skeletor, it should be Masterpiece anyway.
Well, you missed a couple things.
You
He
missed
was
quite
on
a
it.
few, Ren.
Oh, I like to see
You know.
what he had to say about Roton. You know.
I'll bring it back up.
Yeah, I really
So
want to hear
we're
his
saying
input on
masterpiece
stuff.
for this one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Now, if you had to pick between the original Land Shark one and the one with battle armor, which one do you prefer more?
This one's even.
I like the battle armor one.
I think
like
the battle armor one.
Let me,
Yeah, I like the battle
I'll bring
armor
them
one.
both up
That's
so Ren can get
Huh.
an idea.
yeah,
You know
that
what?
one. God damn.
No, the original one.
Oh, piss off,
I'm
Ren.
with Ren. I'm with Ren. I actually prefer
It's-
this one better
it's-
because it's just
it's more
that fucking
dynamic.
angle. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ah,
It's a-
I
it's a
love
much
both
more
of them. They're
dynamic
both
angle.
masterpieces to me, but I do prefer.
I get
Why
I
do we-
get
original
Rick's
one?
perspective on that one though.
Look
do
how
we invite
evil
Ren
he
on?
looks too. Jesus, he's about to fuck
You
you
invite
up with that
Ren
shit.
because he draws comics, and that is an action piece.
Yes,
Here,
they're
let's
both
get the
action
last
pieces.
one.
They're both masterpieces.
Wrap
I
this
just
shit
prefer
up. Son of a bitch, this is horse shit.
We got to get Ren's take on the Point and Dread and Talonfire box. See what he
Yeah.
says about that shit.
Yeah, right. Let's hit that
Yes.
last one first, and then
Let's-
we'll get some of his takes on the others.
All
where
right,
he's gonna
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
them all up.
Yeah, we'll do that. All right, so here is our final one,
Oh,
Bashosaurus.
Oh, that's
yeah,
powerful.
rock.
That's a masterpiece. Look at
Yeah,
everything going in the
masterpiece.
background from Snake
Exactly.
Mountain, the Warriors running, the fight here, the smashing the rock. You're
And
fucking
He-Man
feeling
looks
everything.
about as
And yet
commanding as he possibly
Skeletor-
can.
Everything is
Yeah.
still standing his ground. He's like, I'm still gonna fucking fight.
I
Yeah.
feel like he's yelling for his warriors to get your ass down here. I'm outnumbered.
Yeah, that's a masterpiece.
Absolutely.
What do you say, Brent?
Masterpiece.
A masterpiece for sure.
Masterpieces
Yeah.
all around.
Well, there's
The
all of them. Now I
angles,
guess
the,
we'll go to
the perspective, everything is
Yep.
amazing on that piece. Yeah.
good.
Absolutely.
And we'll get your thoughts on some of these other ones since you're late to the fucking party. Whatever.
All right, well, we were doing Point Dread first, right? Let me.
Yeah.
All right. Because I think, yeah, I gotta like move this up so it goes over all the other images. There we go. I was trying to find it to just drag it all the way to the top.
Yeah, no worries.
There we go.
What do you
Ren.
think, Ren?
It's decent. You guys
Bullshit.
put it in great.
It should have been a
Me
masterpiece.
and Tyler put it in masterpiece. I forget where the other two.
Didn't I say decent? I think.
Yeah, and I said
Yeah.
great, and I think then it went to great. I think I
Yeah.
said great. I said great or decent, but yeah, I wasn't. There was just something missing.
Yeah, it seems a little, like you said, missing in some ways. It seems a little lazy to me compared to some of the other pieces.
See, this is why I wish you would have
Pepper.
been here from the start, man.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
Well,
That's
gotta
all.
go
sorry.
back to great,
It's
but
all
then
good.
we'll see his perspective on the other ones too. It'll be interesting.
Oh, we're going through all of them again.
Yes.
No, please.
Let's get Roton. Let's
I
get
want to
the
hear what he has to
Roton
say
one.
about it.
Yeah, it's curious. Let's see what he says about
All
Roton.
right, let me. God, I had it play. It was so much easier to do it the other way. And now I gotta like click on shit constantly now. All right, so here's pretty much the top of it. There's like
Let's go towards mowing his grass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, Ren. I gotta make that bigger for you. My
Oh, no worries. No worries. Yeah. I don't like his face.
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't like his
What about
face. The background? The background is really cool. The
Mhm.
foreground is a little lazy. The grass there he's mowing is a little lazy.
All
Yeah.
of
You
us
really
say
don't need the
grass, yeah.
lizard. The lizard's not helping.
Well,
Right?
he's known for that. He's known for his creatures. He likes to hide them in places. So that's
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
but
the
the
thing
problem
is, you
is that
see that
the lizard takes
first.
away from the image.
Exactly. That's
Well, I
what
think it's
said.
how-
Like I saw the lizard before I saw Skeletor, and it was,
yeah. Well, I mean, if you see how that is on the box, because it's a window box, that part is almost not really seen. All you see is Skeletor.
That's-
So
yeah,
that was just to fill in part of a window part. That's all. So you don't even really see the lizard. You actually don't see the lizard at all much,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken.
But
So if you
we're,
took-
we're,
I think
we're
you're
judging these
mistaken.
on strictly the artwork, right? And not
Yeah.
and not the
Yeah.
Not the
thought
toy.
behind the packaging.
No.
Right. No, yeah. So if you're judging it as a whole piece, like as what you said with the lizard, like how you said it doesn't look right there, I can understand that. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Where did I pull this from?
That was meh. That was our first meh. That's our only meh.
Yeah.
Is there anything under meh?
No.
It stinks.
No.
Why were you going to put it as it stinks?
Stinky, man.
Well, we have 4 mehs and a stinks.
Well, there's
but,
our first. Yeah, I was gonna say because nobody said any of these box art stunk tonight.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Ren
it's
would be
artwork, man. There's really no bad artwork
Yeah.
in
But
this
it's
thing.
shocking,
but, you know,
Ren, for you to say that because you were like, Skeletor's my dude, anything that he's in. But this one, I guess not, huh?
Yeah, but the lizard took control of the piece. You should
Yeah.
never show me the bottom.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Right. What do you think about
All right.
this one? Joe was losing his mind.
No. What do you think about Blaster?
I don't like He-Man. I'm not a fan of the way He-Man looks. And it's. Did anybody buy this toy?
See,
I mean, I got
said
not
what
as a
I said.
kid.
I
And
said
it's
not
because
many
of that
people
box
know
art.
this. No, see, no, it's an amazing fucking toy. It is really fun, but a lot of people just didn't know of it. This
So you're
one in
judging
Fright
it by
Fighter.
the toy and not the art, though.
No, I love the art too. Like I said, it is intense. It's dynamic. But this,
The art is
along with Fright
decent.
Fighter, yeah. Oh, you said decent?
But
Okay.
I think it's a little too high in the list.
Where do we have it? Wasn't it?
We had it
Indecent?
decent.
Yeah, we had
We all
it decent. So,
I think it should be next to the Roton.
well, I think you should get off the show again. Shit.
Did anybody else give it
Fucker.
in there?
I think
No,
I
it's not
thought
going
I
to Matt.
did.
No,
I
it's
think
not
Tyler
going to
did.
Matt. It's a decent.
Tyler
No,
gave
it,
it a meh. Yeah,
but
yeah.
I gave it. If I said masterpiece, then that means it goes still to decent. Ren ain't gonna change this
yeah,
shit.
we
I'm gonna
won't
choke
change
Ren.
any of the rankings now.
Oh shit!
Did you?
I called-
You put it in
He
masterpiece? You
I
put
love
it in
it, Ren.
masterpiece? Are you serious?
Yes,
That's what
I
he
love
wanted
it.
to do.
Hey,
What
Ren,
are you on
going
drugs?
you going to PowerCon? You gonna be at PowerCon this year?
I won't be.
You,
You know
son
what?
of a
I take
bitch.
it back. I might be. I might be.
You better be
I might
because
be,
we're
'cause I-
going.
We're all
I think
gonna be
I'm
there.
going to I think I'm going to postpone my elbow surgery until next winter.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I got
Because
you.
like I said, I've got the Cuba trip in March, and it's a week long, but I don't want to lose my entire summer
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
dealing with this elbow. So I think I'm going to postpone it until next winter.
All right.
But
Well, I hope that goes all well too. You know, that's
yeah,
always.
yeah. But I do want to be on the shows with you guys. So
Okay.
yeah.
Ren actually
We
made me drop
we
this
got to
tablet.
get you to.
I know Joe's
What?
getting so heated. He dropped.
I
his
haven't
tablet.
dropped a tablet in fucking a year or two, and Ren
Yeah, I
gets
know.
me worked up, and I'm thinking PowerCon's seen him, so I can choke the shit out of him in PowerCon.
What
This
the
is
hell?
horseshit. Okay, all right. We done with these ratings because Ren's raising my blood pressure, and I don't even have fucking blood pressure medication. But I'm starting to. He's
Well,
like,
I just
yeah.
want to get his opinions on the ones we were torn on. Did we get all of them?
I think those were the torn ones. I think.
Yeah.
There was nothing else that was really torn. Yeah.
What about the
All
booty
right.
one?
Oh God! Show the one that Rebecca got all freaked out or nuts
He-Man's
about.
booty is awesome.
What about that? The battle bones, man. That's stinky.
What?
Oh. Go bring it up. Bring it up. Wait, wait. What? What? Bring the whole thing up. This is horseshit. What are you talking about?
Give me a second, Joe. Jeez.
I don't think he means that. You don't really mean that, do you, Ren? You gonna change your mind now?
Do me a favor.
Oh God! Here we
If
fucking
you're gonna
go.
use that, if you're gonna use that artwork, cover the bottom portion.
See now, I did say I like the top one better.
We
I was
agreed
with
on
you,
that,
Ren.
yeah.
I didn't like the
But-
bottom.
but
I
the
liked
top-
the
But
kinda
I think the
overpowered.
bottom one serves the purpose of the function of the toy, whereas the top one helps sell what you can use it for. though.
Yeah.
Certainly, but none of the other boxes had to do that.
No, because I mean you're selling a carrying case, but I think it is a two functioning toy essentially. So
Well, Ren, how
get
would you
why
do it if you said the top one? What would you rate the top one? If you were to just say that, what would you say on the top piece?
The top one by itself, I think would be midway between great and masterpiece.
Okay.
I think the problem that they made was having it positioned where we see the heroes' backs. If you're going to sell the image as this battle case, whatever, flip it. Have this monster chasing the villains or coming
I don't know if the heroes
towards
would
us
be
as the
too
viewer.
visible from the front of Battle Buns. I feel like his head would be so big that you're probably not seeing the heroes, on the sides because
But you're selling Battle Bones. You're not selling the figures. You should already have the figures at that point in time.
But I think, well, you know what? Why am I defending this here?
Hey, what do you say about the bottom one? What would you rate on the bottom one?
The bottom one is just above man. It's a beautifully done piece. It's a beautifully done portrait piece. It's just not on the level of some of these action paintings that they've done.
Okay,
That's fair.
Yeah. All right.
I don't think so, but But,
You're only saying that because it's me.
well, of course,
right.
just well, pretty much. Isn't that kind of why you say what you say? Because I'm here. Is that you
Absolutely
will
not.
say things?
I completely disagree with most of the things you ever said.
And that is because you're you and I'm me. That's why you purposely disagree with all this shit.
Perfect. No, it's just I'm right and you're not.
See, we could have had 2 hours of this.
I was gonna say cocaine's a hell of a drug. That's all I can say, Rand.
And I'm going to get you some help.
Shit.
It's an intervention tonight. It's an intervention.
He better show up to PowerCon because I'd love to confront his ass in person.
Which one was the one that had He-Man's ass on it that Rebecca was about?
Wind
was that
Raider.
one of the Wind
Wind
Raider,
Raider.
the first Wind
Wind
Raider?
Raider.
First Wind Raider, yeah.
Yeah, that's where the fuck is it?
Oh,
It's in
yeah,
decent. It's in
Yeah.
great. Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Let me move it up so I can...
Rebecca, get Rand to rate his ass.
Yeah,
What?
Wait, hold on. He'll get you a zoom in. a
Oh,
second.
you're gonna
Hold on.
really look at that.
Oh god.
Is his ass all the way out?
Yeah.
Oh
pretty
yeah.
much.
They should never have put that on a kid's box.
You know what's funny is I've never noticed that until Rebecca just said
Yeah,
that.
I didn't either.
That's the first thing I noticed.
Of course it is.
Jesus Christ.
I'm glad
That's
I
a
don't have that
masterpiece.
box.
That's a mess.
I'm not perverted. I'm just gonna tell you.
Oh god. Oh,
If that
shit.
was Tila's booty, that would have been the first thing y'all noticed. So don't
True.
Yeah, she's got a point
True.
there, I guess.
I don't think anybody's gonna debate
That's
that.
just being sexist, Rebecca.
that damn picture. Stop it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Was that
Oh,
the one
shit.
with Warwick?
No,
I want to see the one with Warwick again. Poor Warwick.
That's fucking believable. She said, then my pop, god damn it, my king is sculptured. Shit. Oh, fuck. So, well,
I
Ryan,
didn't-
so, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I didn't get to. I was hoping to use this at some point when I probably should have used it when Rim was saying the thing about disagreeing with Tyler.
I swear he does that just to piss me off.
All
We
right, maybe we'll get
specifically
some-
had that put on here for your appearance on here, Rand. So we had a couple of quotes. Play the other one there for him, Nathan. If you piss me off, we were going to play this one too.
That son of a bitch!
Well, he pops in
Oh,
with 20
man.
minutes left. I guess if the chat has any questions for Ren or for us, all of us start
Anything.
popping them in right now.
Well,
Anything
keep
at
in
all.
mind,
Yeah.
Joe's got to skedaddle in 5 minutes, but we can keep answering questions.
Yeah, you guys
It
can
goes-
keep on going. Yeah, I'm out of here in 5 minutes, but you guys can keep on going. Go to fuck 11 o'clock.
Can we see your
Yeah,
shirt?
he's gotta-
Is that the
he's
new
gotta go to
Fantastic
bed.
Four? It is.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
Very nice.
the best
Oh, that's
Fantastic
the
Four.
old Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
The old new one.
Yeah.
Arthur Adams.
Yeah. Oh man. There you go. He-Man looking kind of thick.
Man, got them cheeks out making that money.
Someone said, "Where's Battle Ram?" We had it.
We did
Yeah,
Battle
we ranked Battle
We
Ram.
did
We
that
have
one.
put
Yeah,
it
we
in
did that.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me. Well, yeah. I'm not gonna switch camera over again. I've done that.
Hey, Grimm's actually got a question for Ren. Let's see it.
Oh yeah. We didn't get his opinion on that, so I guess I do,
Oh,
do need to.
He really hates that girl.
yeah. Well, we won't even say what we were like. I mean, well,
Well,
we won't say
just
what we
post-
said about it.
Just put Grimm's version of it up.
Well,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
we want to see.
Yeah,
Let's get the
yeah.
whole thing up.
Well, yeah. I was actually thinking about that. I could just.
Yeah, do that first
I
before
could just
doing
change it.
Grimm's thing. Yeah, because we want to get your honest opinion on this box art. God damn it!
Hey, stop scaring me, man. That thing keeps popping up. I just got in here, man. Don't blind me.
There you go. What do you think
No,
about
you shouldn't have put that. No, you're influencing him. You do the other thing first. Give his thoughts on the whole thing. I mean, like to zoom in on it, because he didn't. Grim had an issue with that. We got to see if you had the same issue of what he's saying. He just.
Well,
Okay.
we had it up earlier, and no one wanted to
Yeah,
mention it.
yeah, we discussed it earlier. Yeah.
Well, anyways, yeah, for the Grayskull, he does not fucking like the eyes. He thinks they're too round. He said it looks like a baby thing. He's not seen that there's the mist and fog in front of it. But
Yeah.
your thoughts of looking at Grayskull, what do you think of Grayskull there?
What am I supposed to be?
Jesus
What are you
Christ.
Are we
doing?
being brainwashed?
Oh, he looks like the baby. It's a baby. It's a Cabbage Patch Castle Grayskull.
No, what do you think it's as goofy as Grim is saying, or what?
No, I think it looks fine for Castle Grayskull. I mean,
Okay.
like you said,
All right.
we know that the bottom half of the castle is missing because of the mist. But
Okay.
judging by that, man, yeah, I guess it looks like a weird baby castle. But
Because he really fucking hates it, and he's not joking. He really hates that fucking thing. Oh God! All right. Well, go ahead, Nathan. I think Sobek has a question. I think for Ren too.
Yes. Ren, if Hasbro drove a dump truck of money to your house to be the art director and total creative freedom for a new Master Universe line, what figures and vehicles would you emphasize?
oh man,
I like how it's like, nah, don't worry about Tyler. Ren, you're
Yeah, let's hear Ren. Yeah.
I would emphasize. Of course, Skeletor would be way more badass than he is. He-Man, I think I would
Look more like me?
slightly redesign him.
I mean, Ren, I model for free. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, no problem. I would do the original ones, and I think I would leave it at maybe the first or second series. I would not try to go as far as the Origins did, and try to do everything. So yeah.
What vehicles would you emphasize? Fan vehicles.
I wasn't a big vehicles fan, man. I think I would redesign some of them. I wouldn't do Road Ripper was the only one. Road Ripper and Bachelor Stores actually were the only ones I had as a kid.
Really? What about Landshark? You never had Landshark at all?
I didn't have a Landshark as a kid. I got Landshark and what's the one where it spins and then
Dragon Walker?
No,
Dragon
Walker. Dragon
Oh,
Walker.
Dragon.
I got Dragon Walker and Attack Track in my 30s. And
What
I
about
still
like
have
some of the
them.
accessories? What like Mega Lasers, Stilt Stalkers, or the
He might not even
tower
really know
tools?
about those. He might not know about
I've got
those
a
things.
Stilt Stalker and I hate it. If it was on me, I wouldn't do any of those.
Red, I hated the Stilt Stalkers
God,
too. I
man.
really hated them too. That's all I remember. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, and I don't like Stilt or the one where it goes over his shoulder and you twist
Mega
it and
Laser?
the little,
The Mega Laser?
I can't stand it.
How about what about the Jet Sled?
No, absolutely not. What? Jet Sled was the dumbest
What?
accessory they made. Like,
Why do you say that? Why don't you like Jet Sled?
you can't do anything with it.
What do you mean?
You
It's like
ride
he's
on
flying.
it.
He's coming into battle. He can even put
Yeah.
on his back as he's flying. It's like a dual
Yeah.
thing.
You said
No.
what?
You're no fun. You're not going to join us on the next fucking one where we have the Jet Sled and everything else because there's some cool ass art with the 2-pack.
3 hot seconds ago, you were like, "Ren's my man." Ren's
I
my
know.
You
You
are
guys
the,
turn on each other so quick.
You are the ship jumpingest motherfucker I've ever seen in my
I
life,
really
Joe
am.
Amato.
I really am. I love you, but then you drive me
Like,
crazy at the same
This motherfucker,
time.
same breath, was like, "I love Ren. I hate your fucking guts." Like, what the hell?
Yeah, like those messages I send you. Remember where I go from one mood to another in a second? Yeah.
That made absolutely no fucking sense.
That's exactly right. He makes no fucking sense.
Oh, I'm great.
Here's
Damn
a
it.
question from Motu Drew, fans of Power Host. Have you guys picked up anything this last week? Figures, comics, anything fun?
Oh, cool.
I got that in yesterday.
What's that?
those Glyos figures, Joe. You know about that. I think I've told you guys
I
about.
thought they were smaller. I thought they were smaller than that. Did they change the scale?
Dude, they're like 3 inches. They're all 3 inches. They're
They
the same
get
size.
Jitsu's hand wrong.
Yeah, well, I know, but they have set.
There's the
This one
snout
was
spout
supposed to
one?
be
Snout
this
spout.
was supposed to be snout spout.
Yeah.
But the way you put this head on, I hated it. But yeah,
you
it's
fucked
on
it
the
up,
wrong
okay.
side. But
Jitsu?
they only have one hand like this, and
Yeah.
what it is, they reuse parts.
Yeah, they're clever.
they-
Very clever.
Yeah,
Okay.
they reuse parts and they just repaint things.
Yeah.
They're
I have a lot of them, but
extremely
I haven't got the recent ones, but I have a lot of them. It was just for a second when you had it. It looked much bigger when you first
looked
showed the
big,
trap.
yeah.
I was like, what the? Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is that?
It's foreshortening, man. I'm good at art. Calm down.
Yeah, exactly.
I got
So you
you.
saying
And
I got
that's how
an
you
Got
take good
Dino
pictures, man. You make things
look how
look
little
bigger
that
in the
is.
photos.
Okay.
Dino Riders. I already showed those.
Oh yeah, Dino Riders. Oh man, I don't have any of my Dino Riders. They're in the box.
Who you got?
I've got a couple of the bad guys, a couple of good ones. You need them?
Yeah,
I'll
for
send you
fuck's
some
sake.
pictures. I'll find them.
yeah.
I'll send you some pictures.
We'll talk.
Yeah, yeah.
Tyler gets nothing.
Tyler's like, I'm
nothing.
right here, guys.
He's the one that
Tyler
got
brings up the
all
idea.
Dynamite.
Well, Tyler brings up the idea on Dino Riders, and then I get some books, and somebody offers me a figure. I get Nathan's getting figures, and Tyler's like, "Fucking nothing. I don't get a
I
fucking
just say
thing."
fuck all of you all is what I say.
Oh, is that what?
So Ren's like, "Hey, Nathan, I'll give you this. I'll give you that."
Hey,
Fuck off, Tyler.
I'm quite comfortable in my role as like the most hateable guy on this podcast.
You can.
Like,
You know what? You can.
I
You can.
don't
I had
expect
no
people to
idea,
send me
Tyler.
shit.
I didn't know that you wanted
you might-
any of those.
We'll
Oh,
see.
no.
I may
I
already
would-
have some of them though, so you might
Yeah.
want to send them
Yeah.
Tyler's way. And Tyler, speaking of you, here's a question. Papa Hut 69. We're still getting stuff about this. This was a few weeks back, but Tyler, your Master Universe pitch. What animation studio would you have animate your series?
I appreciate he's still asking questions about that. I don't know. It would definitely be 2D animation. I definitely would bring Ren on as a concept and character designer as well. I'd bring Grim on too for that as well. But a studio that cares about quality and they're not fucking cheap. No CGI bullshit.
Hard to find that.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, the studio that did that recent piece of shit cartoon, like what? Fuck them. No, I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to look around.
All right, great question and
yeah,
better answer,
yeah.
I guess, huh?
Yeah. I don't know, but I appreciate you asking about that, though. Thanks again, Papa Huds.
You guys might know more about this than I do. This comes from Sobek. What do you think of Wizards of the Coast basically killing D&D with their OGL decisions? Does anyone know?
There's a
I
lot
don't
of
even know what
crazy
that
stuff.
is.
Well, there's a lot of crazy things that are going on right now with Dungeons and Dragons and things that fans have made based off of the property and
like the Chris Pine movie.
Well, no, you'll have to see. If you look it up, it's a lot to digest, but it's just some crazy shit. Yeah, you'd have to look it up. It's a lot of stuff.
I'll do some research. Here's one for Tyler. Tyler, did you follow Cadillacs and Dinosaurs? Any thoughts on it? I first learned of the IP from a Capcom beat 'em up game.
And that's being remade. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, are you done?
I got excited because they're going to be releasing a version of that from the arcade on Genesis, and it's going to look just like it. But I'm going to let Tyler do his thing. All you guys do your things. I do have to go. It was fun, Ren, seeing you. I have to, but Ren, it was good seeing you for those 25 minutes. I love all you guys, and well,
that's
for me,
all I can stand looking at you, Joe face.
Yeah,
fucker.
but it was
All
great.
right,
It was fun, and I'll see you all on my balls.
Hi, Joe.
Have a powerful day. Love you, Jen.
Love you, Joe.
See you, bud.
I timed that out perfectly. I was hoping he would just wouldn't say anything and just go. That was pretty good. All right, so Tyler,
Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
I remember the show. I briefly watched it a little bit as a kid, but I never got into it. Never played the video game. I remember the toys and stuff like that, but I could not really give you too much thoughts on that one because I never gave it a full. I think I remember if it came out around the same time as like Skeleton Warriors. You guys remember that show, Skeleton Warriors?
Yeah.
But yeah, I never gave it a full try. So I've heard good things about it, but I'm sure it's probably on YouTube probably to watch some of it. But
There's a lot of
can't
that
say too
stuff
much
that
other than that.
got lost in the shuffle around.
Yeah,
There's so many things.
but just like the same thing with the '80s, there were so many great toy lines and cartoons that got lost in the shuffle because everything couldn't be He-Man, Turtles, Transformers, and GI Joe.
Yeah.
We're going to get Ren's thoughts on a lot of those. By the way, Ren, I want you to pick out a specific Black Star cartoon you want to do a watch along with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. I never saw the show. I never saw the show or the toys. I knew about Cadillacs and Dinosaurs from the books. They had comic books in the '90s, and I thought the artwork was really cool. I thought the concept was really cool. And then I think I was a lot older when I found out that they had a cartoon, but I never watched it. I'm like you. I never watched it. So I never really gave it a chance.
That's kind of how it was. So I saw it, much like Dungeons and Dragons. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Trying to want to look it up. Yeah, I don't remember the beat 'em up at all.
Yeah, I remember. I've heard of it. I don't remember ever seeing it in the arcades though.
I mean, let me just fucking WebMP files. I hate that shit. No, it's just a really cool. There's like really cool art from this.
Yeah. Yeah, the comic had really nice artwork. I know for certain, and I think it was really dynamic. Of like that, really stark blacks and then the colors, kind of like what was the name of that?
Is it kind of how
Max.
Bucky
Like Mighty Max?
Yeah. I never
I
could
think
get
it was,
into Mighty
it was a
Max.
lot like Mighty Max. I loved Mighty Max when I was a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like if you just Google image this stuff, you get a lot of the arcade things, but beautiful artwork that people have done, and just even maybe this will, that'll save. Let me pop this up too. Just cool designs, cool concept. It's something that should definitely, I like that a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, beautiful artwork. A lot of great looking heroes and villains we got here. Or is that all villains? Oh, it's all the enemy guide. Yeah,
Enemy
okay,
guide. Yeah, that one looks like
Yeah.
Blanca down there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. it
Bludge.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
those are pretty cool.
Let's see.
I've
There was
never
this.
seen any of those guys.
Anyone seen the 7-minute Teal and Master Universe mini fan film on YouTube that just came out? I have
No.
not watched it.
I've not seen it.
Most fan films I've seen, I'm like, oh no.
This was an audition that the girl made for the new Masters show that's coming out. Like, that's gonna happen.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was decent. She was great in it. Like,
But your costume was better, right?
the funny thing is, she based it off of the same statue. So
Oh, gotcha.
no, she was good in it.
I don't think this is much of a question, but I think he was more or less reacting to saying that Cadillacs and Dinosaurs is a favorite arcade beat 'em up. But I'll turn that into a question.
Street Fighter.
That's not a beat 'em up though.
That's a fighting game.
Or unless you're
It's-
saying
it's
Final Fight.
It's
Yeah.
the only game I like.
Really?
You never played any of the side scroll beat 'em ups like Final Fight, Turtles in Time, X-Men, Spider-Man Arcade?
I played Turtles in Time and I played the X-Men in the arcades at the mall here.
Yeah.
But I've never been a big video game person, so
That's fair.
Street Fighter and Night Stalkers and those
You like the Capcom fighting games?
I love, dude. And it wasn't even the fighting, truthfully. It was the artwork. The Capcom artwork was
It
fascinating
was beautiful.
to me.
Yeah.
And X-Men versus Capcom and all that stuff. Like I followed all of that stuff until they became 3D. I used to just go to the arcade and play it just so I could see them move and see the designs of the characters. Man, it was just amazing.
Well, would that ever be something? What at the time was that something you were like, I would really like to get into that, like designing the art that they would use for video games? Was that an avenue you considered?
Yeah, I did. I was a little younger. I think I was in early high school when all that stuff was going on, or late middle school, whatever. But I didn't know that art was a viable source of living at that point in time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like there wasn't a whole lot of glamorous artists until the Marvel and Image days, right? There were no art superstars.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Until then, right? So go ahead.
I don't think like John Buscema and Gil Kane were being celebrated as like big rock stars that that are transcending just outside their medium.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Jim Lees and the Liefelds and all those guys.
Eric
guys
Larson
made it rock star status to be a comic artist or video game artist or whatever. And
do you think that's mostly because of the boom that comics were having at the time, more so than anything else?
Absolutely.
Plus, the impact those guys had on their books, like McFarlane and Jim Lee, had such an impact on the books they drew.
Yeah, I think with McFarlane, he was one of those names, especially at that time, that he sort of transcended it. It's like everybody knew who McFarlane was at the time, just because it was so. Because him with Spider-Man was a huge. I remember that being a huge deal at the time.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. All of a sudden, everybody was in the comics, man, and it was like, oh, it's worth $1,000 in 2 days, and everybody's like, well, let's go to the comic shops and make these guys like they were literal rock stars,
Grim puts us here. What about Jack Kirby?
Oh God,
Jack Kirby's amazing, but at the time, they weren't partying over him. He wasn't in the newspaper like, it was just those young guns, and that's what it was. It was the young guns at that time that brought all of the attention to comics and that genre of artwork and all that.
I think they would all say that he's probably the best comic book artist of all time. I think they would. I don't think anybody could, even though he's not my number one, but he would be in the top artist of all time. Because I think everybody looks to him as like, we don't have any of this without him.
Yeah.
Even probably more than Steve Ditko, which Steve is just Spider-Man pretty much, but Jack Kirby did everything else.
The innovations and the doors he opened, in that field, from some of those old guys.
From Sobek, Jack Kirby wasn't cool at the time. It wasn't until the Image guys and a reassessment years later that people started to appreciate it. So
exactly.
I kind of get that vibe.
Exactly.
Sets himself apart just from some of those abstract pages. Like you think you're
some of his outer space shots, like stuff that he would design for like Silver Surfer, Fantastic Four.
Blew me away the first time I was reading those, because you're caught off guard. You're expecting just like, all right, traditional comic book art at the time, and then bam, here's this beautiful piece. It's like, wow.
It's all by hand. Like he drew all of that by hand. There was no computer graphics back then. There was no adding in things, after the fact, like we can do now. You can't. They couldn't just do backgrounds after, and use a program or something like that. So
y'all sleeping on John Romita Sr.
Well, no one's sleeping on. We can't.
Just put it out there.
We'll be out here for another 3 hours.
I was gonna say, if we keep talking, we can go down all the entire 70s doesn't have any bad artists.
And you know what? Maybe that is a topic we can have Ren on for some spinner rack thing. Bring Ren on. We talk about comic book artists in the past and some of their most effective pieces or favorite pieces or what have you.
I would definitely need to do a little more homework on those guys.
Yeah.
You
wouldn't be the only one, sir.
Yeah, I didn't do a lot of comic collecting back then, so I don't know. Obviously, I know their bodies of work, but I don't know details. I don't know,
you just have
the ins and outs of their work.
Just get with Tyler, and Tyler just starts sending you images. All right, this is who this is. This is who that is. Because he'll do that to me.
No, because then Ren will get pissed off, like, well, this is a great looking image, but this character sucks. Why did you send me a great looking image of a shitty character? Like, because I wanted to see how badass this character can look.
Yeah, but okay. any good. We've already talked about it. Any good artist can make a shitty character look good.
I know, but so really, does that mean it's a
Characters can
shitty
be
character?
shitty.
No, but can the character still be shitty if a guy draw like you, like it's like if someone were to balk at like Molecular, because I don't think people think he's a great Silverhawk villain.
Yeah.
I always did.
Here, let me
But-
just go ahead and let me
You
go
know,
ahead and just
oh yeah,
change.
yeah, I like. Okay,
Welcome to the spinner
yeah.
rack.
But I just feel like I think putting it in great hands, someone can put a nice edgy spin on it and make the character more relevant to like a bigger audience.
More dynamic.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, like, but with that said, if 99% of the artists can't make a certain character look good, like say Akuma, we were talking about Street Fighter.
Mhm.
Say Akuma. Akuma is an amazing looking character. He's a dynamic looking character. It would take a person a lot of work to make him look bad. Like you'd have to be a terrible artist to make that character look bad.
I'll just go to
But-
T Public.
If you go to if you think about what was his name? Arachna? The guy with the pointy shoes, Spider-Man villain. What was his name?
Oh,
Fell in
Tarantula.
love. That guy. Nobody can make that guy look good. He's a trashy looking character
whatever.
with
No,
his
he's
fucked up
not.
mustache.
He's not a top tier villain, but
a
he's not like
croissant
he ain't like
eating son of a
Willow
bitch.
Wisp.
Well, basically, Ren, what you're trying to say is he eats corn the long way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a gift.
God.
How about this?
Oh
Let's
yeah, yeah. Grim,
Let-
say the image of Rim doing that for us.
Let's
No, please don't do that.
we'll go ahead and we'll wrap the episode up with this last question. This comes from Johnny
Favorite
Cock. Ren,
current
who are
comic-
some of your favorite
Oh,
current
my-
comic artists? Feel free to say why and their
Son
iconic
of a-
books. I actually was thinking about that because you guys were talking about artists from the past. Some are still in the business
Yeah.
or whatever, but those guys were rock stars, right? They kind of brought all this to prom. They were their own entity. Are there people
Yeah.
out there in the current landscape that are doing that now, like they did on that level? Because I feel like no, because comics as a whole aren't as popular as they were
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah,
But that's just me.
I haven't seen anybody working currently. Of course, I don't like the modern shit because every time I take a gamble and read one, I'm like, fuck. Well, that's $7 I'll never get back. So I just
There-
like no.
There
Yeah,
are some really good artists. I'm not gonna lie to you. There aren't any. The biggest problem I have with the comic industry now is that whenever they have a really good artist, they don't give them enough issues to really do a book or do it. You know, they'll do like a run, and it'll be maybe 10 to 12 issues, and then they'll change the artist even if the book is ongoing. So I have a big problem with collecting comics. I collect comic art, and it sucks for a reader because now I don't read. I have less books to read through. I only look, and it sucks because story is secondary to me, but I like to read the story. I like to find out what this character has to go through his life and go through these struggles and be a hero or whatever. But a lot of times, man, I can't get through a story because the next issue may not be the same artist, and it pisses me off, man. It really, really pisses me off. So there are some artists that I really, really love, and off the top of my head, I can't remember them. They're not on the level, superstar level of Jim Lee, but they're good
That's
artists.
what I'm saying. Like they don't. I equate it to like wrestling now.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know. Is that my cousin actually went to a house show yesterday, and he was like, I don't know who half these people are because he's not with it anymore. And I feel that it's very parallel. If it's not hot, people are like, who's that? You know?
Right.
I
Right.
get that with comic books.
Right.
As well. I need to jump back into Daredevil again. I haven't been reading comics lately. I'm really liking that Daredevil run though.
The one with the Elektra Daredevil.
Well, this was the
The Frank Miller run.
well, no, this was
You're gonna
the
be disappointed.
Brubaker run on.
Oh,
there.
the Ed Brubaker run.
Yeah, I was really digging that quite a bit. But so that
You're
would have
gonna
been
hate yourself.
I'm gonna hate myself.
If you get this new line, you're gonna hate yourself.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. It's cool going back to early 2000s,
Yeah.
like mid 2000s, like 2010s in certain
Yeah.
books. I need to check out the Brubaker on Captain America because that's kind of where it all started, right, Tyler?
That's pretty much where he got a name for himself, was working on Captain America, bringing in the Winter Soldier. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go and read that. But some stuff I find on my own, a lot of it is kind of a recommendation from Tyler's like, hey, check this out. And then I'll kind of explore a little bit. But I know Tyler, I still haven't read it, but Tyler wasn't much of a fan of the Batman Spawn book. So I don't know if you've read that one, Ren, if you have any thoughts and opinions.
I have it.
Did you like it?
It's been a while. Yeah, I dug it. I like Spawn.
Well, this is the newer one, though. I know they had
not the old
the newer
crossover.
Yeah, no, this is a new
not the one from the 90s. This is like a brand new crossover.
Yeah, this came out like a month or so ago.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't have that. No, you can keep that.
Yeah, I wish I could get my money back for it too.
No, thank you. I'm glad I saved some money.
And I got this because I love the cover.
Yeah. Is that a newer one?
No, this is
That's not new, is it?
no.
That's
original
an old
issue.
cover setup, man. The bubbles, the face bubbles, man.
Yeah.
That was all the rage back then
I
in the
know.
late 80s.
I love it. I love the look of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Ren, you got anything you wanna say? Like anything else you want to talk about since you kind of missed the boat here? Which is
Sorry,
fine.
guys.
No, it's all good. Really, it's all good.
We gotta have you back on for
Yeah,
sure.
we'll have you back on for stuff.
I'm gonna start jumping in here and just hitting Nathan and be like, "Yo, put me in, coach."
All right.
That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Hey, we're gonna do a Willow discussion next week. What do you think you want to join us for that?
The
Is
movie,
that the
not
show?
No,
No,
the
fuck
movie,
no.
the movie.
Oh. Hey, fellas, calm down.
I'm just saying. Come on, you're talking to fans of Power. You ought to know the answer to that question.
Well, I had to ask, man. I mean, it's very, very controversial right now.
Well, Rebecca's gonna bite that bullet and review it on her channel. Her and her husband John are gonna review it on Simple.
Is
Truth
that right?
Action. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you watched it?
We watched that shit. Yep.
I think this is the third time when it's been mentioned that it's like, wait, you watched it?
I know.
Like all of it?
And it was bad.
all
And
you
it
need
got
to know.
worse. I think in the
Tells you all
entire
you know.
series, there's one good scene.
Really?
I think I'd rather
And it's
watch
just
Ren
because of
take on a
Warwick.
corn cob.
No, I
the
don't have anything to plug, man. I'm busy working, doing some artwork, and there's nothing to show. Most of it is private commission work and stuff that'll be out later.
When are you
Whenever-
and Tyler gonna collaborate on something again?
Whenever he inboxes me, man.
Yeah, it's making sure because I already had legit. I came this close to sending you that idea for Cops, but making sure I had the money to send you like in regular installments because I'm like I had it all set up. Like I want these 4 characters with the. I'm like I had. And then I thought like, what if I do like Dino Riders? But I wanted to make sure I could send you money consistently and not.
Gotcha.
I stress about that, even though you never complained about it. But I always make sure I'm sending you money in a reasonable time, and not like
Man, listen, I don't. One thing about me, and it'll probably be a bad thing to say out on the internet. I don't chase people for money, man. And I understand people go through things, and I'm not gonna be like, hey, man,
You ain't like
you
Joe.
owe me,
You ain't like,
you owe me three.
Where's my shit?
You owe me $350, motherfucker.
Meanwhile, Joe's
no.
like, give me the money first.
Well, Joe needs money to go to the dollar store and buy Spam.
But he don't. It'd be one thing, but if he actually, send you what you bought, then you wouldn't have a problem. But Ren shows up like Wayne Brady. He's am I gonna have to choke a bitch, or something like that, and shoots Joe in the ass.
There's
That was
probably
the best part of that. That was the best part of that Wayne Brady skit when he shoots Dave Chappelle in the ass.
There's probably a dark side of Ren that none of us will ever see.
Listen, my dark side was long time ago, and I hope that's just buried
on the first episode,
deep, man. Oh man, first 48, man. Let's. No, my early military years were ugly, man.
Well,
they were ugly. So yeah.
Do what you got.
I try to forget about them. We might have to talk after if you guys really want to know.
I might pick your brain on it. We'll see.
Yeah.
But Ren, thank you for popping in.
Oh, I'm
sorry,
Absolutely,
you only caught a couple of them, but hey, man, we'll have you back on. We'll talk comics. We'll talk. I mean, if you want, anytime we're doing the show, you know when we do the show, you message me.
Yeah.
Just say, put me in, coach. I'm like, here's the link.
We'll just kick Joe off and just have you on.
Bring in a real black man. Yeah.
And we can do it like in the NBA. We can announce the substitution, like the PA announcers. You know, it's like no.
Yeah. And I'll just smack him in the face on my way in.
Yeah.
Actually, we can have like a good sound effect that I'll play.
Yeah.
And it's just like I'll just kick Joe out and bring you on. Yeah.
Sounds good. Don't even let him know.
Well, it seems to me that the chat was, for the most part, on our side, more or less, on this tier list. There wasn't too much like, we've had it before. It's like, you guys got this wrong. So, hey, if we did get it wrong and you're watching this after the fact, make sure you leave a comment. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And always ring the bell so you get notified when we go live. And until next time, have a powerful day.
Man, I won, but I didn't beat him.
That's, fuck. I feel like I should know that. I should know this, right?
It's an old 80s porn.
Backdoor Sluts 9. No, everyone knows that's It Takes Two with the Olsen twins and Steve Guttenberg, which I actually I watched that last weekend.
God, how fucking bored were you?
I was pretty drunk.
What? I don't know this movie.
You don't need to know it.
The Olsen twins? Yeah.
I was sitting there going through Disney Plus, and Emily's sitting there, and I'm like hovering on it, and she's like, "Are you really gonna do that?" I'm like, yeah. Click.
So it was a dare. Okay. It was a dare.
I mean, it's not a good film at all by any means. Like, it's bad, but whatever. I watched it.
It's probably better than a lot of stuff on Disney Plus.
It's probably better than the Willow series.
That's what I was thinking.
At least you have Kirstie Alley to look at in that movie.
Yeah, that's true. R.I.P. Kirstie Alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the women on the Willow show look like they're no.
Damn. Yeah.
It's the writing. It's all the writing is just so.
There's no Joanne Wallies in the new Willow.
What was the quote?
Hell, I'd rather fuck Queen Bavmorda.
What was the quote again?
Man, I won, but I didn't beat him.
Ren, do you have any clue?
No.
Well,
I won, but I didn't.
Newt's just sitting there like.
Well, and Newt's got a crush on this guy too. It's not wrestling. No.
Is it Dolph?
Is it Dolph?
Close.
It's close to Dolph?
No.
It's close to Dolph.
Close to Rocky?
Yes.
That's what I was thinking. Wait.
Yeah, it sounds like a Rocky thing.
That's what I was thinking too. Rocky 2.
Rocky 2.
I was thinking it, but I'm like, I don't know if that's right.
I watched Rocky 3 the other day.
Oh yeah?
I watched Rocky 3 the other day. My favorite Rocky character is Clever.
Clever?
Yeah.
I wanted to say, I think 2 is my favorite, but 3 next to Ivan Drago, Clever Lane, because that was my gateway to the series, was watching 3 because I loved Clever Lane or Mr. T, and knowing Hulk Hogan was in it too. Like, that was my gateway to the Rocky series. Watching that one. Yeah. But I think Rocky 2 is the best. I think it's the best arc, the most emotional. Everyone's in top form. Like, everyone's got like an awesome story that they're going through. I get emotional every time I watch Rocky 2.
That's fair. I think that like they're all good except for 5.
Yeah,
Hey.
What?
Are we really
like Rocky 5?
He's just doing it on purpose. He's full of shit. He's full of corn cob in the mouth. such a
That
big
was
one.
awesome.
Now, we're on to your shit, man. Yeah.
You should have seen Tyler's face. He was like, "Oh what? Oh what? Oh what?"
We both did. He was way more animated, but
I swear he does that just to piss me off.
do you like the Creed movies, Ben?
I do. I do.
Ah,
Yeah, part 3 is going to be an ass kicker, looks like.
yeah, that trailer,
Yeah.
man, for part 3
Yeah.
was awesome. That
How
comes
about
out-
Roadhouse? You like Roadhouse?
I love Roadhouse. Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
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 I love all those 80s and 90s movies, man. Like,
Point Break?
yeah. Point Break. Point Break was okay.
What?
Point Break, I mean, it was pretty good, man. But
Gives and then he
What?
takes away.
you know,
Just when you think you're getting
wasn't-
strong in this relationship, he comes along and decides to like just be weird.
Dude, he was on a mountain for 30 days. Come on, it's not that great a movie.
What? What movie are you talking about?
Not on Point Break. Wasn't that Sly?
No, that
No?
was cliffhanger, man.
Oh,
What the hell?
Fucking
How-
with you. He's fun.
No, he's just being fucking
You know
stupid
he's
right now. He's like, he thinks
He's
cliffhanger,
doing this
Point
on
Break,
purpose.
and Stallone
Right,
was
hanging-
I think
On the
cliffhanger's
mountain?
kind of decent though for what it
saving
is.
bitches.
Yeah, that's cliffhanger. That ain't Point Break.
Oh,
Point
Sounds
Break
about the
is
same.
Keanu Reeves
Keanu
and Patrick
Reeves.
Swayze.
It's
Where
so-
they're
yeah.
Swayze's the bank robbers and they're wearing the president.
Yeah, I remember that movie. And truth be told, man, I hate Keanu Reeves.
All right.
And
All
this
right,
is the
well-
absolute. I fucking hate Keanu Reeves.
Brandon, it was cool having you on.
God, man.
We'll see you guys next
Don't
time.
tell me you like Mark Wahlberg.
What? Marky
All right.
Mark?
Yeah, he fucking sucks. You better not say you like him.
I love him.
Yeah, but it was great. It
Mother-
was fun, and I'll see you all on my balls.